Here comes a 2-2 home. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound.
The pitch from couch, line drive deep down the line in left field, back at the wall, and this game is tied. It is out of here.
That ball is roped out into left field. It is deep, and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat. His second home run on the season.
First pitch, line drive out into right field, and that will do it. Rounding third and heading for home is Ty Krinberger. It's a walk-off RBI single for Phil Glasser, and the Copperheads win the ball game.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
Live from Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. This is Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network. Copperheads with the record of 20-16. Welcome in the Settlers 22-15 at the top of the South Division in the GLSEL. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. Connor Mills alongside Joey Medor. And the Copperheads now find themselves a game and a half back, sitting in third place in the South Division. You need to be top two to make the postseason. And Copperheads, they won the GLSEL last year, their first title, and are looking to reclaim the glory here again this year. And Joey, the Settlers, this is the biggest series of the season. 2 more games. This is game 2, and only 5 games remaining on the schedule.
Well, it was definitely a big start for the Settlers yesterday, picking up the Game 1 victory on the road against the Copperheads, 9-6. Copperheads just kind of fell in a hole early, weren't doing too much against the starting pitcher yesterday, and they ended up falling 9-6 today. It's a must-win for the Copperheads in this situation. You got to at least force a rubber match tomorrow to cut down the lead in the playoffs. If you win tonight, you're only a half game back. You can overtake the Settlers if you were able to beat them on Saturday. So the Copperheads is a big one. They're going to really have to show up.
Well, not only this is a big one, it's a hot one today. 86 degrees is the actual temperature, but it feels like 97. That was the reason why today's start time got pushed back from 7:05 to 8:05. Also being pushed back was the Cincinnati Steam and Hamilton Joes game. That game does have playoff implications, resulting in and affecting in the Copperheads this season. So the Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam going at 8:05. Copperheads and Licking County Settlers also at 8:05 today. Copperheads will have Braxton Kelly on the mound, and Settlers sending Brendan Bickelman. Kelly making his 3rd start of the season, and he has just been lights out from the bullpen, and he's done exceptionally well as a starter.
Yeah, that he has for the Copperheads so far. Has been able to get through at least 6 innings in both of his starts, only allowing 1 and 2 runs in both of them respectively. High strikeout guy, has 8 strikeouts followed by 6 in his 2 starts so far this year. So you know he's going to keep you in the ball game, and you just hope the bats get started a little bit quicker than they did yesterday as they struggled early on, kind of rallied a little bit later on in the ball game, but it was just too much of an early deficit to come back from.
Yeah, big deficit. It was Settlers taking early lead 1-0 in the top of the first as the first pitch thrown by the commissioner, Darren Brown of the GLSCL. Nice strike right down the middle from Brown. And following Brown will be the director of communications, social media. There's Lizzie Schoonmaker out on the mound, a lefty. And she pitches one a little bit on the outside corner for a right-handed batter. And now Tyler Johnson will throw his first pitch.
Now, I know Tyler did play back in high school, so this should be an interesting one to see.
The righty deals, and this ball is inside. Would have hit the right-handed batter, but a good pitch nonetheless. But
Can't be inside when no one's at the plate. You don't know.
Well, we're going to just assume that it's a right-handed batter. If you want to go left-handed batter, I know you're a lefty, so we can go left-handed if you want, so then it would be outside.
Oh, man.
National anthem coming up. It's the Copperheads and Licking County Settlers. We'll be right back after the lineups and the national anthem right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back inside Bob Wren Stadium, national anthem is sung by Cheryl Orocho. And taking us through the starting lineup for today's game is Joey Medor.
Well, leading off once again in left field is Turner Hill for the Licking County Settlers. Batting second at shortstop, Kaz Sabazic. Third at first base, Stephen Kraus. Batting fourth in right field, Andrew Ang. Batting fifth and DHing in tonight's ball game is Sam Wilson. Batting sixth at second base is Evan Fromwiller. Batting seventh at third base, Nathan Meyer. Batting eighth behind the dish, Phil Ferranti. And batting ninth, rounding out the order, playing center field is Connor Dodge. And for the Copperheads in the ball game, it'll be Jared Hurd after a night off last night, playing left field, leading off. Zach Iverson playing third, batting second. Sebastian Fabic in right field, batting third. Tanner Glass batting cleanup at DH, batting fifth. Behind the dish, Tanner Johnson. Batting sixth at first base, Zion Avery. Batting seventh at short is Phil Glasser. Batting eighth at second base is Kyle Gammon. And batting ninth, rounding out the order in center field, is Lucas DeSanti. It'll be Braxton Kelly on the mound for the Copperheads and Brandon Bickelman on the mound for the Settlers.
Well, thank you, Joey. It is the biggest game for the Southern Ohio Copperheads today, as it's game 2 against the Licking County Settlers. The Settlers first place in the South Division with a record of 22-15. Copperheads currently a game and a half back at 20-16. Only the top two make it into the postseason. It's as close as a must-win situation for the Copperheads as they'll get before they hit the postseason, if they get there. But as of right now, it is time for Copperheads baseball. Leading things off for the Licking County Settlers is Turner Hill. Hill with a .361 batting average. First pitch from Braxton Kelly in for a called strike, 0-1. But Hill went 0 for 6 in yesterday's game, 2 strikeouts. As the 0-1 pitch taken on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-2.
Nice job there from Kelly, coming in, dealing a couple fastballs for strikes, getting up in the count. Now has a couple pitches to play with to the first batter.
From the windup, the 0-2 pitch from Braxton Kelly, lined out into right field, taken on 2 hops out in right field by Sebastian Fabic. The throw into second on a line drive. It's a leadoff single by Turner Hill. And Licking County Settlers have the first hit of the game. It's their leadoff man on first.
Well, you saw what Kelly was trying to do. He was trying to get an elevated fastball there on that 0-2 pitch, but didn't get it high enough, left it up at the letters, and Hill able to get the barrel on it and lift it out into right field for a single to lead off the ball game.
Second batter up for the Settlers. First pitch outside for ball 1. Kazimir Sobazic at the plate with a .291 batting average. Went 3 for 6 in yesterday's game. 2 runs, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts, and a stolen base as the 1-0 taken on the low outside corner of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 1-1 the count. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. So Bazic, 23 hits and 79 at-bats, 10 runs scored on the season. Swinging a foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But for Kelly, making his 3rd start of the year, his 13th appearance on the mound, has a 2.23 ERA and 31 in the 3rd innings pitched. 4 saves this season, 41 strikeouts, 12 walks. Is on the move is Turner Hill. The throw down is a little bit high. Jumping out in front of it's the shortstop, Phil Glasser, trying to apply the tag. Does not get it in time. It's a stolen base for Turner Hill. Runner in scoring position for the Settlers.
It didn't look like Hill got the best jump there, as when the catcher Johnson received the ball, Hill was maybe halfway down the second base, but the throw down just a little bit high. Glasser unable to get the tag down in time.
Kelly checks back to second base. Now delivers a 2-2 pitch low and inside. He's run the count full to Kazimir Sobazic with a runner on second base. Sobazic, 7 RBIs on the year, 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple, 14 walks, and has struck out 20 times. As now the payoff pitch from Braxton Kelly, swung on, pop fly, behind home plate. Johnson will come back to the netting, take a look, but it's out of play and smacks against the concrete. Nice grab by one hand on a bounce. A man in front of us. Count remains at 3-2.
Yeah, it was a nice catch, but it was on the ricochet.
Was on the
I don't know if that takes a little bit off of it.
Good hand-eye coordination.
Right. He wants it in.
Yeah. Didn't bobble it. 3-2 the count, nobody out. Braxton Kelly's pitch is taken low and inside, ball 4. That would be the first walk of the ball game for Braxton Kelly, the 13th on his season. And now the first 2 batters have reached the base paths for the Licking County Settlers here in the top of the first.
Yeah, and Kraus coming up. He's batting .455 so far this year against Southern Ohio. Dangerous hitter as got the middle of the order coming up with the first 2 guys. So Settlers looking to jump out early on the Copperheads like they did in the ball game yesterday when they scored a run in the top of the first.
For Kraus, 1 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Had a double and 3 RBIs as he swings through the first pitch from Braxton Kelly, 0-1. On the season, .349 batter, Stephen Kraus. 38 hits, 109 at-bats. 15 runs, 21 RBIs. 11 extra base hits, 10 of them for doubles, 1 home run. Has walked 17 times and struck out 19. 0-1 pitch from Braxton Kelly, misses low and inside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Licking County Settlers scored often and scored early, and then scored late against the Copperheads en route to a 9-6 victory. As a 1-1 pitch bounces away from the catcher Johnson, advancing 90 feet are the base runners Turner Hill to third base and Kazimir Sabazic to second. 2 runners in scoring position for Stephen Kraus as he'll look for RBIs 22 and 23.
Yeah, rough start here for Kelly. The leadoff single followed by a walk, and now the wild pitch has 2 in scoring position with one of the best hitters on the team up. Just got to kind of bear down. He's been here before. Been able to pitch out of several jams for the Copperheads so far this season.
Right side of the infield drawn in. 2-1 pitch, slow roller up the third base line, tagging and not making the play. And no, it will be called a foul ball at the plate as Stephen Kraus looks like he grounded it off of his foot. It's a foul ball at the box. Smart play by Iverson trying to pick off Turner Hill at third base. Hill drifted off the bag, tried to run home, and then quickly went back to third, but it doesn't matter as it's a foul ball.
Yeah, I think Iverson's lucky because I don't think he tagged Hill over there at third base. So it would have took a long throw over to first to get an out, but hits Kraus in the box. That's a big pitch for Kelly, now back even in the count, 2-2.
2-2 the count, nobody out. Runners on second and third for the Licking County Settlers here in the top of the first. Live from Bob Wren Stadium as Stephen Kraus, the 2-2 pitch into him, taken low, bounced in the turf. Counters run full to the second straight batter. Braxton Kelly, some command issues to start off today's ball game. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. 41 strikeouts on the year, only now 13 walks. Kelly doesn't walk a whole lot, but has walked 1 here in the top of the first. As a payoff pitch from Braxton Kelly, taken in for a called strike. First out of the inning.
That's a big one there for Kelly. Get the first out of the inning, as you just said. Good fastball down around the knees. You see Kraus kind of tried to sell the ball forward to the home plate umpire by trotting down to first, but he gets rung up. That's a big first out. Still got some work to do, but it's a start.
1 out recorded here in the top of the first inning, and now Andrew Ang at the plate. Ang, .364 batter. Went 2 for 3 in yesterday's game. 1 run and 3 RBIs. As the first pitch hits the outside corner. 0-1.
Including that big home run he hit over the right center field wall. An absolute shot late in the ball game. So Ang showing a little bit of power in the bat yesterday.
Ang does not have a whole lot of at-bats on the season, just 4 for 11. Swing and a miss by Andrew Ang brings count to 0-2. Braxton Kelly with runners on second and third. Bared down, got Stephen Kraus to strike out looking, and now Andrew Ang is behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. From the stretch, Braxton Kelly looks in. The pitch in. Fly ball deep out into left field. Ranging under it is Jared Hurd. Takes a couple steps in, and the throw will go to third base instead of the plate. It's a sacrifice fly for Andrew Ang, and the Licking County Settlers, just like yesterday's ball game, will take an early 1-0 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
Well, as it's big to score first in a game like this, it's also big for the Copperheads to then get out of this inning only allowing one run, as it was second and third with nobody out. You get the strikeout, then the sac fly. Not a lot of hurt there, just giving up one run. You know you can come back from that. So now you just got to focus in on getting this guy and straining that runner out on second base.
Sam Wilson at the plate, the designated hitter. Wilson went 1 for 5 yesterday with a walk, an RBI, and a strikeout. First pitch to Wilson misses low. With 2 outs, we'll run through the defensive alignment for the Copperheads. Jared Hurd in left field, Lucas Casanti in center, Sebastian Fabic the man out in right field. Zach Iverson making a start at third base today. Phil Glasser at short, Kyle Gammon starting at second, Zion Avery at first. Battery mates Braxton Kelly on the mound. 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner, 1-1. Pitch went to the catcher, Tanner Johnson. Well, that is the defensive alignment for the Copperheads in Game 2 of this 3-game series. 1-1 pitch to Sam Wilson. Hits the outside corner, and now Braxton Kelly's 1 strike away from getting out of the top of the first.
Nice little slider there, starting in the middle, breaks towards the outside part of the plate. Nice job there from Johnson receiving it on that outside corner. Now you're up 1-2.
The 1-2 from Kelly, swung on and just fouled off, and goes right into the on-deck circle for the Licking County Settlers to our right. Down on the field, count remains at 1-2.
It looks like Kelly went to the same pitch, same spot this time. Wilson able to put a swing on it, just get a piece of it to stay alive. See if Kelly opts to go back to that slider or try to come in with something hard here.
Kelly checked back to second. The 1-2 taken on the outside corner. Strike 3 called, and the side is retired. Licking County takes an early 1-0 lead. Copperheads bats coming to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. It's the Settlers 1, Copperheads nothing. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3545.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back inside Bob Wren Stadium. Around 86 degrees and feels like 97 with the humidity. That's a hot one on hand. The reason why Copperheads moved today's game back from 7:05 to 8:05. Leadoff man at the plate for the Southern Ohio Copperheads is Jared Hurd. Hurd came in to pinch hit for Carter Cross in yesterday's ball game. Went 1 for 1 with a single and 2 RBIs. Brought that game closer in the final 9-6. First pitch outside from Brendan Bickelman. 1-0. From the windup, Bickelman's ready. 1-0 pitch taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. Brandon Bickelman on the season, 1-2 with a 5.06 ERA. This will be his 8th start of the season. 10th appearance on the mound in 27 2/3 innings pitched. Has struck out 32 batters and walked 30. 1-1 pitch misses outside, brings count to 2-1. Bickelman's also given up 28 hits this season, but for Jared Hurd, it's been a resurgence. Last half of the season, he's been on fire, batting .310 this year. 22 hits and 71 at-bats. Takes the pitch outside. 3 balls outside. 1 ball hits the outside corner. Counts at 3-1.
And yeah, he's been absolutely on fire. You saw him in that pinch hit situation yesterday, coming up and getting a big hit for the Copperheads to get them back in the game at that point. Hurd's swinging a hot bat. It's the reason he's been the leadoff guy his past few games.
3-1, line drive right up the middle and into a base hit for Jared Hurd. He continues to hit. Will raise that batting average, and just like the Licking County Settlers, Southern Ohio Copperheads have the leadoff man on base here in the bottom of the first inning.
That was a nice piece of hitting up in the count, 3-1. Gets a fastball he can do something with. Drives it right back up the middle for a single. Leadoff man on, see if they can move him around and even up this ball game.
At the plate, Zach Iverson. As now the home plate umpire Daniel Beasley is asking for something in the dugout. Not sure what.
Looks like he's asking a player to move further down into the dugout. It's with Scott Combs, I think he asked, who was sitting outside of the dugout on that step. But they got that sorted out.
Can't have too many guys outside. But for Zach Iverson, one of the few who had a very successful day from the get-go. 2 for 4 in yesterday's game, an RBI and a walk. Batting here now from the left side. First pitch from Bickelman. Misses outside, 1-0. For Zach Iverson on the season, an all-star, batting .356, 31 hits and 87 at-bats, 14 runs, 14 RBIs. Fastball misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes. 4 doubles, 1 home run, 14 walks and 20 strikeouts to complete the stat line on Zach Iverson. Has really been a main reason why the Copperheads are in the postseason hunt. A .94 ERA on the mound. Has been tremendous both at the plate and on the mound for the Copperheads this season. 2-0 pitch in to Zach Iverson. Hits the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Copperheads trailed today's ball game to the Licking County Settlers after they scored 1 in the top of the first. It's 1-0. Iverson swings and fouls one straight back into the netting. Brings count even at 2-2.
Yeah, good swing on that pitch from Iverson. Took a healthy hack at it. Just got a little bit underneath it. Now he's got to protect here with 2 strikes.
2-2 count. Nobody out here on the bottom of the first inning. Runner on first base. Jared Hurd with the leadoff single. Second batter for the Copperheads in today's ball game is Zach Iverson. 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout on the day for Brendan Bickelman. First out recorded here on the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, tough pitch to hit there. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Iverson just couldn't get out, extended enough to get a piece of it, and Bickelman gets a strikeout.
With that strikeout, Sebastian Fabic will come to the plate. Fabic 1 for 5 in yesterday's game. Scored a run and struck out in his 5 trips to the plate. 52 hits this season, by far leads the Copperheads. 52 and 145 for hits and at-bats. Batting .359, still the team leader. As he checks his swing, fouls the ball straight back, and down at the plate, 0-1. 27 runs scored for Fabic, 31 RBIs, also a team leader in each of those categories. Also leads in doubles. And tied for first in home runs with 3. Tied with his Bobcat teammate, Zion Avery.
Safe to say he's a pretty important part of the offense this season, I'd say.
That'd be a good bet. Safe bet. 0-1 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning at Bob Wrenn Stadium. Jared Hurd led things off with a single. He's standing on first base. Settlers 1, Copperheads 0 as Fabic takes a curveball in for a called strike. Brings count to 0-2. For Fabic on the season, 14 walks and has struck out 23 times. Just has had a lot of success at the plate. Bickelman from the stretch, the 0-2, swung on and found straight back to the netting. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Well, taking a quick look across the league, in yesterday's victory for the Lima Locos, a 7-4 victory over the Grand Lake Mariners. The Lima Locos are the first team to solidify their spot in the postseason. Locos will have first place, or at least first or second. Swing and a miss by Fabic, stolen base by Jared Hurd. Fabic down on strikes, back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Bickelman, and a stolen base for Jared Hurd, a runner in scoring position for Tanner Glass.
Yeah, just like Fabic was a little caught off guard by that breaking ball out in front of it to get the strikeout. Good pitch to go on there for Jared Hurd. Got a good jump, and now he's in scoring position. The base hit could potentially even up this ball game.
Glass, a designated hitter, appeared in yesterday's game as a pitcher. Gave up 5 runs, all earned, towards the latter half of the game. Some of those runs came in on walks. Not all of those runs came in when Glass was pitching. First pitch misses high to Tanner Glass from Brandon Bickelman. 1-0. Glass at the plate, however, batting .263, 15 hits and 57 at-bats. 12 runs, 9 RBIs. Has 3 doubles. 1-0, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
And now he's up 2-0 here. This was one of those counts you look for a pitch to drive and try to find a gap somewhere so Jared Hurd can come in to score and even up this ball game. Don't want to stay trailing too long in a game like this.
2-0 pitch from Bickelman. Swung on and missed by Tanner Glass. Brings the count to 2-1.
And something that, was kind of the issue for the Copperheads in the ball game last night. Every time they got a rally going was all with 2 outs. They weren't able to string the hits together before the inning was already coming to an end. This is something that they're going to have to improve on throughout the series if they want to come out on top.
2-1 pitch from Bickelman, misses high and inside, a curveball. Just did not break down. 3 balls and 1 strike. And talking about not getting the hit, believe it or not, in the bottom of the 7th inning in yesterday's game, 5 walks, plated 2 runs. 1 run scoring on a wild pitch. The other one on a walk. Glass takes low and inside, ball 4. First walk of the game allowed by Brandon Bickelman. Second walk of the day, as Braxton Kelly had one in the top of the first. But with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, runners on first and second base with Tanner Johnson at the plate.
Nice job by Glass, not, coming out of his approach there at the plate. Gets 4 balls and, takes all of them. Gets a chance for a really good hitter in Tanner Johnson to have a shot with a runner in scoring position, as Johnson only joined the team this past weekend, or the weekend before that, I should say, but has been very effective ever since joining.
Well, effective as .357 batting average. That is pretty good to start his season after not having a lot of summer ball before then. Curveball breaks in for a called strike, 0-1 to Tanner Johnson from Brandon Bickelman. Johnson 10 hits, 28 at-bats, 11 runs, 2 RBIs. 3 doubles, no home runs. Takes a ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson's also walked 6 times and struck out 7. And is platooning behind the plate with catcher Scott Combs. And on a day like today, when it feels like 97 degrees out, it's a good idea to rotate your catchers in, try to keep them fresh. As now a line drive deep out into right center field. Back at the wall, ranging back is Connor Dodge, and this one was a basket catch over his head on the warning track. Tanner Johnson gave it a ride deep out into right center field by the Attack Cat logo, with Ohio in the background, but just could not get it over. Copperheads go quiet here in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the second coming up next. Settlers 1, Copperheads nothing. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Copperheads got 2 runners on in the bottom of the first inning, unable to bring them around. As Licking County will come to the plate here in the top of the second inning. Settlers lead 1-0. Both teams have 1 hit as Evan Fromwiller is at the plate. Fromwiller in yesterday's game went 2 for 4 as an Ohio Bobcat playing at his home stadium, going against his teammate in the spring, Braxton Kelly. Kelly's first pitch misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. For Evan Fromwiller, 2 runs, an RBI, and 1 walk as he swings and flies this one out into center field. Ranging back as a center fielder, Lucas Nasanti makes the catch. And the first out is made here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, better start to this inning for Kelly. Gave up the leadoff base hit last time he came around to score, but gets a nice easy fly ball out to center field for Lucas Nasanti to haul in. 1 away here in the top of the second.
And now Nate Meyer comes to the plate. Meyer, the son of former Ohio Buckeyes football coach Urban Meyer.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State Buckeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes, Urban Meyer is on hand in attendance today at Bob Wrenn Stadium. National championship with the Buckeyes in 2014. Second pitch from Braxton Kelly misses low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Won a couple with the University of Florida, I believe, as well.
2 with Florida, 2006 and 2008. But with Ohio State, went 83-9 in conference, 54-4. Dominance in the Big Ten. Line drive right back up the middle. Nate Meyer gets a base hit. Braxton Kelly sits straight down. It looked like it hit his glove or it hit something. Rushing out of the dugout is Austin Dunphy. Braxton Kelly just saw that ball come right back at him. Not sure what it hit, but it did make a sound. Sounded like a glove or maybe a hand.
Yeah, not sure what exactly it got as you saw him duck all the way down to the ground to avoid getting hit by that ball. It's a hot shot right up the middle off the bat of Meyer. But Kelly, it looks like he's going to stay in the game, as wasn't sure exactly what happened as everybody kind of rushed out like the ball hit him. But he appears to be okay. He's going to take a couple warm-up pitches.
It sounded like it hit the glove, but wasn't sure of the way Kelly reacted. Not sure how anyone would react, having a line drive right back at him. Split decision, gets down to the ground. But it is a base hit for Nate Meyer. Meyer went 3 for 4 in yesterday's game, picks up right where he left off in the series. Now he's 4 for 5. Kelly remains to be warming up. Austin Dunphy paying close attention to Braxton Kelly, and Kelly just continues to fire in strikes. Well, there will be a runner on first base here in the top of the second. 1 out after the fly out from Evan Fromwiller. At the plate, as Austin Dunphy has been convinced that Braxton Kelly's all right. At the plate, Phil Ferranti, the catcher, catching back-to-back days. Ferranti, a .206 batter, 2 hits and 5 at-bats in yesterday's game, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Braxton Kelly will remain in the game after the line drive right back at him up the middle by Nate Meyer, who's being watched by Urban Meyer, the former Ohio State football coach. First pitch, Phil Ferranti misses low and inside from Braxton Kelly, 1-0. Ferranti, 13 hits and 63 at-bats this season, has scored 8 runs, knocked in 4 RBIs. 1-0 pitch, taken right down the middle for a called strike, 1-1. 2 doubles on the season for Ferranti, 7 walks and 10 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch from Braxton Kelly. Taken just a bit low. 2 balls and a strike.
Not a bad miss there from Kelly, just off the black of the outside corner. That's where you want to miss with a fastball. Don't want to be missing your locations in the zone. That's where they can get punished.
2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Pitch from Kelly, slow ground ball right back up the middle, shortstop. Phil Glasser has he, steps on second, fires over to first in time, 6-3 double play. Retires his side in the top of the second inning. After Braxton Kelly saw a line drive come right back at him, he sits down Phil Ferranti, gets him to ground out into the double play, and Bobcat and the Copperheads will come to the plate in the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Licking County Settlers are red hot at the right point in the season on a 3-game winning streak, 7-3 over the last 10 games. As the Copperheads will look to slow them down a bit and try to propel themselves into the postseason. A game and a half behind the Settlers for first place in the South Division of the GLSCL. First batter up here in the bottom of the second inning is Zion Avery as he takes a pitch low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, as Avery in yesterday's game 0 for 4 with a run scored and a walk and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch taken outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Avery on the season batting .231, has 21 hits and 91 at-bats. 15 runs, 16 RBIs, 4 doubles, and 3 home runs. 11 walks, 25 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch taken low. 3 straight balls from Brendan Bickelman to Zion Avery puts the count at 3-0.
And Zion's at his best when he gets up in the count. He can get a fastball. He can drive somewhere. Sometimes he gets a little bit anxious up there at the plate, tries to jump out on off-speed pitch and gets way out in front of himself.
3-0 pitch, ground ball, gets a green light towards the hole, stopped by the shortstop Sobazic. The throw not in time. Taken on 2 hops by the first baseman Steven Krause. It's an infield single for Zion Avery. And back-to-back innings, the Copperheads will have a runner on base to lead things off.
Well, not usually the hit you imagine on a 3-0 count. Usually you see someone absolutely crush a ball if they're getting a green light 3-0. But Avery does just enough, hits it deep in the hole between third and short. Nice job by Sabazic just to get there, but it was a really long throw. He was a couple steps into the outfield grass. Just couldn't get it over the first in time, and as you mentioned, back-to-back innings, leadoff single. See if the Copperheads can capitalize this time around.
Phil Glasser at the plate, batting from the left side. Third baseman drawing in for the Licking County Settlers. First pitch, he loses his bat. It's thrown over near the on-deck circle. Phil Glasser, have to say, swung on and missed, and also released the bat, slipped out of his hands. 0-1. Also, right on cue, they'll get the pine tar, rub it down on the bat. Glass will try to get a better grip. Humidity was at 70% today. Big reason for this heat wave coming through. It's expected to be even hotter in tomorrow's game.
Can't imagine how, if I'm being honest.
Well, I hope not.
I mean, we haven't officially been told that the game tomorrow has been pushed back yet, but I heard probably 80-20 are the odds of that happening. So
We didn't learn that this game would be pushed back either, as the 0-1 pitch hits the outside corner. 0-2 to Phil Glasser. And we didn't learn about today's game being pushed back to 8:05 until around the 6th, 7th inning in yesterday's ball game. 0-2 count to Phil Glasser, taken low. It bounces in the turf, well in front of the home plate. 1-2. Glasser on the year batting .264, went 0 for 2 with 3 walks and a run scored in yesterday's ball game. 28 hits, 106 at-bats, 20 runs, 15 RBIs, has 5 doubles, no other extra base hits, 21 walks and 21 strikeouts. Disciplined batter at the plate as he swings through the 1-2 offering. Strike 3. 22nd strikeout on the season for Phil Glasser, the 3rd strikeout on the day for Brandon Bickelman. And now with 1 out, Kyle Gammon take a stroll to the plate.
Well, that's something we don't really see Glasser do too much, is strike out, but a real quality pitch there from Bickelman on the outside corner, as he's now gotten a couple of lefties to punch out on that pitch. Zach Iverson, now Phil Glasser. Just a really good spot there on the outside corner, tough to reach for the left-handed batters.
Gammon on the season, 1 hit and 7 at-bats. First pitch swing, flies it back over the press box, 0-1. Batting .143. 3 RBIs, though. Has walked 3 times and has not struck out yet this season. Well, the one thing that I find interesting, Jeff Bowles, the new Ohio Bobcats head coach, took in a game earlier on this year. Curveball goes in for a called strike to Kyle Gammon, 0-2. And sitting in almost the exact same spot as Urban Meyer.
Well, maybe that's the VIP seat in the stadium we don't know about.
It could be. 0-2 pitch swung on a missed for strike 3. Kyle Gammon goes down swinging, and again back-to-back strikeouts from Brandon Bickelman. Picks up his 4th strikeout on the day. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
But yeah, it's just funny. It's not usually every day. Just a big-time Division I coach just rolls into your ballpark. Of course, one of our writers, Tyler Johnson, came here and said, "Yeah, Urban Meyer's over there." It's just.
Well, I found out yesterday.
Over there.
Yeah, I found out yesterday Nate Meyer, who his father was, and then today we see his father. First pitch to Lucas Nasanti, swung on, flied over towards the right side, calling everybody off is the second baseman Fromwiller. He makes a 2-hand grab, and the side is retired. Besides the leadoff single by Zion Avery, nothing else going for the Copperheads in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We head to the top of the 3rd. Licking County 1, Southern Ohio nothing. You're listening to the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Copperheads had a leadoff single by Zion Avery. Nothing else going in the bottom of the second as the game has now progressed to the top of the third inning. Licking County 1, Southern Ohio nothing. Licking County 1 run on 2 hits. Copperheads no runs on 2 hits. Connor Dodge will lead things off. First pitch from Braxton Kelly swung on line, drive out into center field, falls in front of the center fielder Lucas Nasanti, taken on 2 hops and thrown back to the infield. First pitch that Braxton Kelly throws, it's lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff man is on base for the Settlers.
Yeah, it's a good swing there by Dodge in attack mode on the first pitch. Sends it right back where it came from, up the middle. So now Kelly going to try to roll another double play like he did last inning.
Well, rolling back to the top of the lineup for the Settlers. Turner Hill back at the plate. First pitch gets away from the catcher Johnson. Rounding second and heading for third is Connor Dodge. He'll go standing. Johnson could not find the ball after it bounced away from him. Goes all the way back to the backstop. Johnson took a couple seconds to find it. A good read by Connor Dodge going off of first base. Did not stop, rounding second, and goes all the way to third. Now runner 90 feet away from scoring for the Licking County Settlers.
Yeah, must have tipped off the glove of Johnson. It took a high hop up in the air, and then Johnson unable to locate it right away, as you mentioned. Dodge didn't stop around second, gets all the way to third.
Infield has been brought in for the Copperheads. Second pitch in to Turner Hill on the inside corner for a called strike, 1-1. But infield on the grass, outfield straight away, ball inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and that one almost hits Turner Hill. That's not what you want to do in this situation. As you want to try to force him to put the ball in play or get the strikeout. You don't want to allow this lead to continue to grow on you.
Andrew Ang hit a sacrifice fly as this ball is flown into foul territory, ranging into the third base coach's box. Is Zach Iverson, makes a one-hand catch. First out here in the top of the third inning.
A real nice pitch there from Kelly. Runs that fastball in on the hands of Hill. Gets him to hit a jam shot towards third base side. Foul. Iverson all over it. Eats it up for the out. Big first out of the inning as Copperheads trying to strand that runner out there at third.
Turner Hill had a single his last time up, but has flied out in foul territory to Zach Iverson, the third baseman, is now Kazmir Sobazik at the plate. First pitch to Sobazik, hits the outside corner for strike 1. Sobazik walked, went around to second base, did not come around to score. As the only run again was a sacrifice fly by Andrew Ang. 0-1 pitch, swung on a missed. 0-2, a good off-speed pitch. Kelly took something off of that one.
Yeah, nasty breaking pitch there. Changeup looked like from Kelly as he started at the bottom of the zone, just breaks down, gets Sobazik to chase. Now way up 1-2, or 0-2, excuse me.
0-2 pitch, ground ball over towards Gammon, backhanded. He'll go to first base, does not have a play at the plate, even though the infield is brought in. Gets Kazmir Sobazik out at first, but coming in to score on the RBI ground out is Connor Dodge. Licking County Settlers extend their lead 2-0.
From Miami University, the first baseman, number 33, Stephen Krause.
The 2-0 lead for the Licking County Settlers. RBI ground out by Sobazik. Now Stephen Krause at the plate. Krause struck out looking to Braxton Kelly the first time up. First pitch to Krause on the outside corner off speed for a called strike, 0-1. But 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Kelly from the windup. He deals, bounces in the turf. Good backhand by the catcher Johnson. Check down to the field umpire Clark Husky. He says Stephen Krause went around on the off-speed pitch, and now the count is at 0-2. Braxton Kelly looking to put the inning to rest. 0-2 pitch, swung on it, missed, strike 3. That'll be the third strikeout of the ball game for Braxton Kelly, the third out here in the top of the third inning. But the Licking County Settlers get one more on an RBI ground out by Kazmir Sobazik. Connor Dodge came in to score. Licking County 2, Southern Ohio nothing. Copperheads coming to the plate in the bottom of the third inning. When we return, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Hi, this is Thomas.
Bottom of the third inning at Bob Bren Stadium. Temperatures are starting to cool off. Around 83, 84 now, as the night is starting to creep up on us at Bob Bren. For the Copperheads, back to the top of the lineup, Jared Hurd will lead things off. He led things off in the bottom of the first inning, had a single right back up the middle off of Brendan Bickelman. It's a Licking County Settlers 2, Southern Ohio Copperheads nothing. And this game is going eerily the same as yesterday's ball game. Settlers scoring early, Copperheads bats being held off. First pitch to Jared Hurd misses outside, 1-0. It was a 9-6 loss to Licking County for the Southern Ohio Copperheads in yesterday's ball game. 1-0 pitch in for a called strike. 1-1. Copperheads will look to take the series 2 out of 3 if they want their postseason hopes to remain alive. It'll be the Licking County Settlers and Cincinnati Steam after this series. Line drive out into left field, swung on by Jared Hurd, moving back as left fielder Turner Hill. He makes a catch a couple steps in front of the warning track for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Hurd just continues to put good swings on pitches. Had to base it up the middle his first time up and hit that one pretty hard, but unfortunately right at the left fielder Hill. He took a couple steps back to haul it in, but Jared Hurd is seeing the ball very well right now at the top of the order for the Copperheads.
Zach Iverson at the plate. Iverson saw the ball well yesterday, struck out swinging today. Yesterday went 2 for 4, is 0 for 1 in today's ball game. But Settlers 22-15, 3-game winning streak, and 7-10 over the last 10. First pitch swing is Zach Iverson, 0-1. But for the Copperheads, currently in third place in the GLSCL South Division, 20-16. Lost yesterday's game. Before that, we're on a 3-game winning streak, or 6-4 over the last 10 games. Important series as Iverson swings and flies one out into left field. High fly ball, ranging over and making the catch, turning his glove around. Not a normal catch by Turner Hill, but the shortstop Sobazik was out in shallow left field. Turner Hill calls him off to make the catch, but the two were close to colliding.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication, as usually that ball, any ball the outfielder can get to in that situation, it's theirs. So Sobazik was kind of standing where the ball was, and Hill had to reach towards him to make the catch. It's almost disaster out there on left field, but it's averted. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third now.
Update from around the league. Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam tied at 2 in the bottom of the third, as this game is also in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Sebastian Fabic in for a called strike, 0-1. Fabic's last at-bat struck out swinging. It was the second out and second strikeout for Brandon Bickelman. 0-1 the count. Bickelman working from the windup. The 0-1 pitch swung on a missed by Fabic. Brings the count to 0-2. Bickelman faced the Copperheads earlier on in the first series between these two teams out in Licking County. Went 5 innings, allowed a run. Gave up 4 hits, a walk, and struck out 6 Copperheads. 0-2 pitch to Sebastian Fabic, swings and flies it off towards the right side and out of play. 0-2. To the count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Copperheads held off the scoreboard. Licking County 2, Copperheads 0. From the windup, Brennan Bickelman's 0-2 pitch to Fabic, swung on and missed, strike 3. And breaking his bat is Sebastian Fabic. In anger as 3 outs, a quarter, bottom third. We'll throw it to Joey Medora for the middle innings. 4, 5, and 6. Licking County 2, Copperheads nothing. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Two to nothing score here at Bob Wrenn Stadium, heading in the top of the 4th inning between the Licking County Settlers and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. It's a big game for the Copperheads as they're trying to take 2 of 3 from the Licking County Settlers to jump them in the standings and try to earn a playoff spot heading into the last series of the year. Dropped game 1 yesterday, 9-6. And as we just mentioned, currently trailing 2-0. First pitch of the inning into Andrew Ang is taken low for a ball. 1-0. Braxton Kelly remains on the mound for the Copperheads. In his 4th inning work, here comes the 0-1 pitch. It misses outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now. As so far through his first 3 innings, Kelly has allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside for a ball. 3-0. Now Andrew Ang trying to draw a leadoff walk here, up 3-0 on Braxton Kelly. Here comes the 3-0 delivery. This pitch will also miss outside for ball 4. He draws the walk. Second walk issued by Braxton Kelly so far. Leadoff man on here in the top of the 4th for Licking County.
Just could not find the strike zone there for Braxton Kelly.
Now batting for the Settlers.
But overall,
Ohio State University.
more strikeouts than walks in today's ball game. He's been throwing it in there and just has to locate a little bit better.
Well, now it'll be Sam Wilson, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in the ball game. First pitch into Wilson is a breaking ball, catches the top of the strike zone. 0-1 the count now to Sam Wilson. As the Copperheads trying to earn a victory and force a rubber match in the ball game tomorrow. The 0-1 pitch misses low for a ball, evens up the count at 1 to Sam Wilson. Looks like one of the rubber pellets from the all-turf infield of Bob Wrenn Stadium might have bounced up into Wilson's eye on that pitch as he takes a step out of the box. Now he's standing back in there. Kelly coming set. Quick peek to the runner at first. Now he'll come home. The 1-1 is swung on and missed by Sam Wilson. And Braxton Kelly up in the count on Wilson now, 1-2.
Just a nice pitch low and inside. Nothing that Ang could have done or Wilson could have done at the plate. Just swings right over top of it.
Kelly kicks and deals the 1-2. Swung on and missed on the breaking ball, strike 3. Kelly picks up his 4th strikeout so far, 1 away in the top of the 4th.
Good pitch from Kelly, gets him swinging. That's the Braxton Kelly that Bobcats and the Copperheads have grown accustomed to seeing over the last couple of months.
Well, of course, this just being the 3rd start of the year for Braxton Kelly as he opened up the season in just a bullpen role, but obviously with the lack of starting pitching, asking Kelly to try to pick up more of a starting role as the first pitch bounced in the dirt to the catcher Johnson. He tries to throw over to first to get Ang. He goes diving back in. Zion Avery had to pick it out of the turf to keep that ball from getting away. 1-0 will be the count now to Evan Fromwiller.
Just a good block by Zion Avery. Nice backhanded pick. Went down to his knees. That ball could have gotten past him.
As Kelly, the 1-0 pitch into Fromwiller, swung on and popped up right side of the infield. Backing up is the second baseman, Gammon. He will make the catch with two hands above his head for the second out of the inning. And after the leadoff walk, Braxton Kelly picks up a strikeout and a pop-up. Now 2 away in the inning. Runner stays on first base.
Nice routine pop-up to Gammon. Fundamentals were good. Made the two-hand catch. Gets 2 outs.
Well, now it's Nate Meyer. He smoked one back up the middle his last time up. Almost caught Braxton Kelly. He had to do a little bit of a limbo to get out of the way of that one. But Meyer 1 for 1 on the ball game. Here comes the first pitch into him from Kelly. Just swung on and fouled towards the first base dugout, out of play off the netting. 0-1 the count now to Nathan Meyer, as we mentioned, the son of former Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer, who is standing over there down the first base line watching his son take this AB. The 0-1 pitch misses up high for a ball, evens up the count at 1 to Nathan Meyer.
Yeah, Braxton Kelly's going to be careful pitching to Meyer here because last time Kelly served one up, it went right back at him. Kelly got out of the way.
1-1 pitch is swung on and chased. The high fastball did Meyer, comes up empty. Now Kelly up in the count 1-2. 1 strike away from getting through this 4th inning as the Settlers lead it 2-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Kelly comes set, a long look in, now gets the sign he wants. He'll deliver the 1-2, and it'll be a breaking ball taken low and outside by Nathan Meyer for a ball. Evens up the count at 2. As Andrew Ang led off the inning with a walk, followed by a strikeout and a pop-up. He still remains at first base. 2-2 pitch home into Meyer again, chasing the high fastball. Strike 3 on the swing. 5 strikeouts through just 4 innings for Braxton Kelly as he continues to deal through these first few innings. Copperheads need a pair to try to draw even in this ball game when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Middle of the order due up here in the bottom of the 4th for the Copperheads, 4, 5, and 6 as they'll look to crack the scoreboard for the first time in this one. Currently down 2-0 to Licking County Settlers. As again taking a peek at that Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam score. The Joes are up 4-2 over the Steam. If the Steam lose and the Copperheads win, the Copperheads would jump them in the standings as they only trail them by a half game. Coming into tonight's game, first pitch into Tanner Glass is a breaking ball taken inside for a ball, 1-0. But first, the Copperheads need to handle their own business, currently trailing the Settlers 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch to Tanner Glass misses low and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Glass. As Glass drew a walk in his first at-bat, was stranded at first base as Bickelman will kick and deal the 2-0 into Glass. And he'll take it right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 the count now. But the Settlers scored on a sac fly back in the first inning for the first run of the ball game, added another on an RBI ground out to make it 2-0. Here comes a 2-1 pitch in the glass, swung on and fouled away. Over the first base dugout now to play, evens up the count at 2. But as Connor mentioned at the top of the broadcast, as close to a must-win for the Copperheads as it gets if they hope to keep a push for the playoffs alive. 2-2 pitch into Tanner Glass. Will miss low and inside for a ball. Count runs full to leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, the Copperheads would not be eliminated from postseason contention even if they drop this series. It's going to get interesting quick in the final 3 games.
Full count pitch home to Tanner Glass. Pitch misses outside for a ball. He walked him. Glass walks for the second time in the ball game. Leadoff man on for the Copperheads. It's now the 3rd inning out of the 4 so far that they have the leadoff man on. But so far unable to push one across.
And just to get back to close that one thought, it's going to be interesting because the Cincinnati Steam and the Licking County Settlers will face off in a 3-game series following this 3-game series, Game 2 right here. Well, one of those teams will lose, and if the Copperheads can beat the Richmond Jazz, well, Copperheads could find themselves into the postseason without beating Licking County, but everything has to transpire correctly for that to happen.
First pitch into Tanner Johnson, misses outside and gets away from the catcher Ferranti, moving up to second base. Is Tanner Glass, heads up base running there. Now there'll be a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and a 1-0 count to Tanner Johnson.
And it's a walks that the Copperheads need to capitalize on. They did it in yesterday's ball game against relief pitching. They have to find a way to get some runs across the board against the starters. Osmond did well against the Copperheads through 6 2/3. Copperheads put up a couple runs against their relief pitchers.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch into the Copperheads pitcher Tanner Johnson. That one will miss high and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Johnson. Johnson hit one hard and deep as last time, up all the way back to the wall in right center field, but it was hauled in by the center fielder Connor Dodge to retire the side in the first inning. But Johnson with another chance with a runner in scoring position. Here comes a 2-0 pitch into him. That ball will miss low. And now Bickelman threatening to walk back-to-back Copperheads, as he's only walked one Copperhead so far, but it's been twice. That's the man standing out there on second base, Tanner Glass. But now risking back-to-back walks here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 count to Tanner Johnson.
Wouldn't be the worst case scenario. Johnson swings a good bat.
3-0 pitch in from Bickelman. Runs in and hits Tanner Johnson in the back, as he'll flip the bat back towards the third base dugout and trot down to first base. First 2 Copperheads reach base in this inning on a walk and a hit by pitch. And now we'll draw a visit from the pitching coach to Bickelman, who's been stellar throughout the first few innings, but facing some trouble here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, that's the 58th hit by pitch this season. Copperheads still lead in that category in the GLSCL. For some reason, it's not that the Copperheads are crowning the plate more than any other team. It's just the ball finds the Copperheads' backs more often than anybody else.
And Tanner Johnson had a game earlier this year where he was hit 4 times in one game, went 1 for 1 with 4 hit by pitches.
Well, Johnson's now tied for the lead with 8 hit by pitches. Zion Avery also has 8 himself. But Johnson only has a third of the season that Zion Avery has.
Hey, whatever it takes to get on base, says Tanner Johnson as he stands out there on first now. Tanner Glass out on second base, as Bickelman will have to do some work here to get out of this inning unscathed. First 2 Copperheads on with nobody out. It'll be Zion Avery digging into the plate. Avery is 1 for 1, had an infield single back in the second inning, deep in the hole between third and short. As Zion now with an RBI opportunity with runners in scoring position on the year. Zion's batting 194 in 31 at-bats, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. First pitch into him, misses low and outside. In the dirt, in fact, blocked by the catcher Ferranti. Runner stay put, 1-0 count now to Zion Avery.
For Avery, it'll take a little bit more than an infield single to help out his cause here. He'll take the infield single, but with runners at first and second, might be hard to get that single. Might be a fielder's choice.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch in from Bickelman. That will be inside for a ball to Zion Avery. 2-0 the count. Now Copperheads as a team this year batting .293 with runners in scoring position. Of course, as a team offense this summer, Copperheads towards the top in batting average, second at .290. 2-0 pitch into Zion Avery. Again, bounces in the dirt, taken by Avery for a ball. 3-0 the count now, as Bickelman starting to lose some command here after cruising through the first few innings, only allowing a couple hits. It was a walk to lead off the inning, then a hit by pitch, and now he's threatening to walk Zion Avery, who has a 3-0 count.
Command has been a little bit of an issue for Bickelman. Came into the day walking 30 batters. He's walked 32 now.
3-0 pitch home to Avery. A little bit low and outside. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Drawn by the Copperheads, and now the first 3 have reached base here in the bottom of the 4th. Bases are loaded now for Phil Glasser.
Big at-bat by Zion Avery. Important that he remains disciplined at the plate. Good seeing eye and took all those pitches. Keep the train moving, try to score some runs.
Third walk issued by Bickelman, as in a bit of a jam now, as the corners are brought in for the Licking County Settlers. Middle infielders staying back at double play depth. Here comes the first pitch from Bickelman in the Glasser. Will be taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Glasser is 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at-bat on the season with the bases loaded. Glasser in 3 at-bats is batting .667 with 3 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch into him misses low and away for a ball, evens up the count at 1. Of course, Glasser back on Sunday with the walk-off single to give the Copperheads a 6-5 victory over the Xenia Scouts. Looking for a big at-bat out of him here. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen. Glasser just underneath that, one right on it. Now he's down in the count 1-2.
And whenever you have a foul ball straight back to the screen, you know the timing is there. It just has to barrel up the ball. It's a good sign.
So Bickelman looking to pick up his first out of the inning. Bases are loaded. 2-0 Settlers lead here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 pitch home into Phil Glasser is swung on and flied out, slicing foul down the left field line. That will get well out of play. And Glasser will earn himself another 1-2 pitch in the at-bat.
The ball in the air would do the job. A ball on the ground, probably in the hole, would do a job as well. RBI ground out or just something put in play.
Bickelman working out of the stretch. Here comes another 1-2 pitch into Glasser. That will be taken just off the black outside for a ball. Even up the count at 2. Bickelman thought he had the strikeout, but a good take there from Glasser. Count even at 2.
Yeah, just a really good take by Phil Glasser. Knows what the strike zone is for Daniel Beasley. Beasley has been calling that pitch all day.
2-2 home from Bickelman in the Glasser. Swung on and chopped foul down towards the first base coaching box. First base coach Michael Blatchford trying to backhand it, but unable to field it cleanly. As Glasser will see another 2-2 pitch.
Well, Blatchford was an outfielder during his collegiate playing time. Doesn't have to backhand a whole lot of balls. Not surprising result.
As now a "Let's Go Cheds" chant coming throughout the crowd, looking for a big hit from Glasser. Copperheads trying to at least draw even here. Tying run out there on second base. The leading run on first. Nobody out. 2-2 pitch in from Bickelman. Misses high and outside for a ball to Glasser. He works a full count. Nowhere to put him. Bases loaded. Nobody out.
And when the Copperheads woke up in yesterday's game, these were the kinds of at-bats they were putting together during that 5 walks in a row. It was just take a pitch, hit a foul ball, see a lot of pitches, and work that pitcher.
Here comes a full count home to Glasser. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glasser punches out for his second time in the ball game. Big strikeout with the bases loaded there for Bickelman. 6 now on the outing, 1 away.
Well, like you said, big out for Bickelman. A ball put in play will most likely score a run. Bickelman does it himself, gets a strikeout, a big spot for Bickelman to get a strikeout.
With that, Kyle Gammon, the second baseman, comes up next. Bickelman still working out of the windup with the bases loaded. He'll kick and deal the first pitch to Gammon, and Gammon swings at it, fouls it back into the netting behind home plate. 0-1 the count.
And Gammon hasn't seen a whole lot of at-bats this year. This would be his 9th. Does have some RBIs, though. So during his times when he's seeing plate appearances, he's getting in the runs.
0-1 pitch into Gammon. Runs inside and hits him, and that will play a run. It will be the second batter hit by Bickelman in the inning. Bases were loaded. Trotting in is Tanner Glass from third base. Copperheads cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1. Bases still loaded with one out.
Well, just, again, I can't fathom. I guess I can because I've seen it all, but I can't fathom why are the Copperheads getting hit? Just a philosophical question, I guess. But a hit by pitch brings in a run. Copperheads are getting hit by pitches all season long. Works out for him here.
Well, now it'll be Lucas Nasanti, the 9-hole hitter, due up next. First pitch into him, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. Nasanti is 0 for 1 on the day. He popped up to second base his first time up. But a chance here to perhaps give the Copperheads a lead in this one with a base hit in the outfield. 1-0 pitch from Bickelman, swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout. Well out of play. 1-1 the count now to Nasanti. This is a big one for the Copperheads, trying to draw even in this 3-game series with the Settlers. If they're able to win this game, they will be a half game out of first place in the GLSCL South Division. 1-1 pitch home to Nasanti, swings and grounds it right back to the mound, throws it home for one force out, but the catcher Ferranti will hold on to it, not go for two. But the Settlers get the key runner, the lead runner at the plate, who would have been the tying run. Now the bases remain loaded with 2 outs.
Well, 2 outs in the inning. A smart play by Bickelman on the mound. Goes and gets the lead runner, keeps a run away from scoring. And Ferranti, he caught the ball, but he caught it low. It was almost like Bickelman was throwing a strike right back to Ferranti. Bickelman threw it low, and Ferranti, he caught it, but just could not get himself in position to try and turn the double play.
Well, perhaps the right guy you want to have up. One of the hottest bats in the order, Jared Hurd, as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line out of play. 0-1 as Hurd came into the ballgame with a 4-game hitting streak. He pushed that out to 5 with a base hit to lead off the bottom of the first for the Copperheads. 1 for 2. But second on the team in RBIs this year. Has 2 out in scoring position and another one on first. 0-1 pitch misses outside to Hurd for a ball. 1-0. Or 1-1, excuse me.
Again, Beasley's not calling that outside corner as much as Bickelman wants it. Outside part of the plate is not being called a strike.
Jared Hurd, small sample size, 5 at-bats, 2 hits with the bases loaded this year. 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped foul and out of play over top the third base dugout. And Hurd will have to protect now. Down in the count, 1-2 with 2 away. Copperheads have 1 home in the inning. It's a 2-1 Licking County Settlers lead over the Copperheads here in the bottom of the 4th. Hurd looking for a big 2-out knock to plate a couple of runs for the Cheds. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Bickelman. Swung on and chopped towards the second baseman, Fromwiller. He will go over to the shortstop, Sabazic, covering second for the force out. And the side is retired. Copperheads load him with nobody out in the inning, but only push across 1 run as the Settlers still leading 2-1 here at Bob Wren Stadium as we head into the top of the 5th, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Licking County Settlers here in the top of the fifth as they cling to a 2-1 lead over the Copperheads. And it sounds like it's that time of the night. Looks like the batter Phil Ferranti will be the hot dog batter. If Ferranti strikes out, dollar hot dogs for the rest of the inning here at Bob Wren Stadium.
Well, we saw the Lion King earlier together.
We did.
Right? And this song just reminds me a little bit. We caught the tail end of Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse. This is the song that they used for the hot dog song.
Right.
The hot
Is
dog
that your connection
to
the
this
Lion
song?
King?
No, I'm saying the Lion King because that was Lion King came out in 1990, but the animation we watched all as children, and now we saw the live remake of it.
The 2-0 pitch into Ferranti, swung on, lined out into right field. Sebastian Fabic goes to a slide and can't haul it in as it rolls by him. Heading to second is Ferranti. Now he'll turn from second, head all the way to third. The throw from the center fielder, Nasanti, is not in time. And Ferranti will be on third to lead off the top of the fifth inning as it looked like Fabic had it lined up, but he went sliding in. It hits off his glove and gets by him. Be interested to see how they score that one, but a runner on third now with nobody out.
I'd have to imagine that's going to be scored as an error, a three-base error.
But as you said, we did go and see the Lion King earlier today.
Yeah,
very happy I did. Very good. I liked it a lot.
I know a lot of people have.
There's been some criticisms about it, but first pitch into Connor Dodge misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As Connor Dodge is 1 for 1 and scored a run so far in the ball game. As the infield is drawn in, trying to cut down that runner at third. The 1-0 pitch comes in at the knees of Dodge for a strike, evens up the count at 1.
Also, last thing about Mickey Mouse and the Lion King, both made by Disney, so there's your connection that you were looking for.
I mean, yeah, because it just sounded like you were reaching before that. 1-1 pitch into Connor Dodge. He chases it outside for a strike. Now he's down in the count 1-2. As is Connor Dodge now the hot dog hitter?
I don't remember if I heard. Yes, he is.
It's got to be if it's this lively.
PA man Logan the Duke said, do us a favor. So let's see.
The 1-2. Dodge chases it low and outside for strike 3. As Connor Dodge will strike out, it will be dollar hot dogs for the rest of the inning here at Bob Wren Stadium. Big strikeout there for Kelly. 6th on the outing, 1 away now, runner staying at third base.
Yeah, just a big strikeout, like we said earlier in the game about the Licking County starter Bickelman. Bickelman with the bases loaded struck somebody out. Now with the runner on third, Kelly repays the favor.
First pitch into the leadoff batter for the Settlers today. Turner Hill misses high and away for a ball, 1-0. As Hill was 1 for 2 so far today, led off the ball game with a single into right field, came around to score the game's first run. 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back into the netting, evens up the count at 1. As Kelly trying to keep that runner on third from scoring, as Copperheads scored 1 in the bottom of the 4th to cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 as that pitch is swung on and popped foul down the left field line, slicing out of play. And now Turner Hill will be down in the count 1-2.
Well, Hill has the right idea. Tried to swing under it, get a fly ball. Fly ball would bring in, if the ball's in the outfield, would bring in Phil Ferranti from third.
1-2 in from Kelly. Is swung on and chopped out towards second. Coming home is Ferranti. Throw is in time. A tag applied by the catcher Tanner Johnson, and he is cut down at the plate. Heads up play there from the second baseman Kyle Gammon to see Ferranti coming home on the play. They cut down the runner at the plate. 2 away now and a runner on first.
Well, I know Gammon has not been with the Copperheads all season long, but that is the biggest play he will make in his Copperheads uniform this season. Just a smart baseball play coming home.
As now Kaz Sabazic squares the bunt and hits that one down the third baseline. Zach Iverson lets it continue to roll, but it just will not go foul. A perfect bunt there from Sabazic. as he will reach first base on the bunt single. There'll be runners on first and second as the Copperheads just wanted that ball to roll foul. But a perfect bunt by Sabazic. It stays fair up the entire third base line, and he's aboard now with 2 outs.
Just beautiful bunt by Sabazic. Right down the line. Even if Iverson tried to barehand that play, pull Daniel Cruz, he might not have been able to get Sabazic running. Just a perfectly laid down bunt.
And even bigger, gives Steven Kraus a chance to bat here with 2 away, as Kraus 21 RBIs on the season for the Settlers, as that is good for best on the team. So the right man to have up in the situation. He fouled away the first pitch, down 0-1 in the count with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Runners on first and second. Settlers lead it 2-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch into Kraus. It comes right down the middle for a strike taken by Kraus, quickly behind the count 0-2. Kelly looking to get through this 5th inning, keeping the deficit at 1 for the Copperheads, as Kraus down 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and grounded out towards shortstop. Phil Glasser fields on the hop, flips over to Kyle Gammon covering second. Force out is had at second base, and the inning is over. Copperheads had a runner on third with nobody out, but no runs coming to score this inning. Score still 2-1. Settlers over the Copperheads. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Zach Iverson will lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Copperheads, looking to draw even with the Licking County Settlers. They currently trail 2-1. As will be Iverson, Sebastian Fabic, and Tanner Glass, all due up this inning. As remaining on the mound is Brendan Bickelman. His first pitch into Iverson will catch the outside corner for a strike, 0-1 to the Copperheads' third baseman, who comes in to this at-bat 0 for 2 so far in this one. As Bickelman will wind up, here comes the 0-1 into Iverson, and it will miss. Actually catch the outside corner for a strike. And Iverson now down in the count 0-2. As Bickelman again winds up, 0-2 pitch into Iverson. He swings and fouls it away over top the netting behind home plate. Staying alive 0-2 as another look to that Hamilton Joes Cincinnati Steam game. Top of the 5th inning at Foundation Field. The Hamilton Joes lead the Cincinnati Steam 4-2.
That result definitely pays off for the Copperheads.
0-2 pitch into Zach Iverson. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner for a ball. Good take by Iverson. 1-2 the count, as Connor just mentioned. Helps the Copperheads as they would fall no further behind of second place in a half game if the Steam lose. And if the Copperheads were able to win this one, they would overtake the Steam if the Steam lose. 1-2 pitch into Iverson. He chases it outside. Strike 3 swinging. As one away now in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll be Sebastian Fabic due up next.
Well, Fabic's got himself a Big fan.
Sebastian Fabin.
New PA guy for Fabic, second day in a row that somebody's announced for Fabic. And it's well-deserved. He's been having himself a great season.
First pitch into Fabic from Bickelman is swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout. Well out of play, 0-1. Has had a good season, as you mentioned, Connor, but a rough start to this one. 0-2 with a couple of strikeouts, as Bickelman now has 7 through the first 4 1/3 against the Cheds. 0-1 pitch into Iverson, breaking ball, rides high and almost catches Fabic on the inside part of the plate for a ball. 1-1.
That ball just went right up and over his head. Fabic had a duck to get under it, not to get hit. Wouldn't want to be the 59th or 60th guy to get hit by pitch.
1-1 pitch into Fabic, swung on and lined out into a fairly deep center field, but having it lined up is the center fielder Connor Dodge. He will make the catch in the air for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Tanner Glass looking to keep the inning alive.
Well, for the only second time in today's ball game, leadoff man didn't get on base for Iverson. Copperheads had, except for the third, had gotten somebody on base every other inning. But we'll just have to work their 2-out magic here in the bottom of the 5th.
Glass does not have an official AB in this game yet, but has scored the only run for the Copperheads. Couple of walks for him against Bickelman. First pitch into him. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. But it was a leadoff walk for Glass. The last time he came up, he eventually came around to score as he lines that pitch out in the right field. That will fall in for a base hit. Tanner Glass will pick up his first hit of the ball game, third for the Copperheads, and there will be a 2-out base runner after all here in the bottom of the 5th. Tanner Johnson will now get a chance to hit.
Well, indecision out from Eng in right field. Didn't know if he wanted to try and dive and make the catch, or if he was going to take it on a hop. Played it the safe way and got it on a hop.
Well, now Tanner Johnson will dig in next. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game with a walk. As Bickelman working out of the stretch now. First pitch into Tanner Johnson, misses low for a ball. 1-0 the count. As Johnson in his first at-bat back in the first inning with runners on first and second and 2 away, he lined the ball deep out in the right center field, but the center fielder Connor Dodge tracked it down to retire the side. Now he sends this one out high in the air to center field. Connor Dodge takes a few steps to his left and will make the one-handed catch to retire the side. So despite the 2-out single, Copperheads do nothing with it. Side is retired in the bottom of the 5th, heading into the top of the 6th. Still a 2-1 Settlers lead over the Copperheads right here at Bob Wren Stadium on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Right fielder number 1, Andrew
Top six, we're moving through the back half of this ball game here at Bob Wren Stadium. Game 2 of 3 between the Copperheads and the Settlers. As Copperheads took game 1 9-6, they currently lead this one 2-1. As Braxton Kelly's first pitch of the inning into Andrew Ang misses low for a ball, 1-0. Kelly now back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. 1-0 pitch into Ang, is swung on and popped foul and out of play down the third base line. Count will be even at 1 to the leadoff batter here in the top of the 6th inning, as will be Andrew Ang, followed by Sam Wilson and Evan Fromwiller. Due up this inning for the Settlers, as Kelly will kick and deal the 1-1 pitch. He will miss high and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Ang, as on the day, Ang does not have an at-bat, as he had a sac fly as well as a walk. So far in the ball game, 2-1 pitch into him. Will miss just a little high for a ball. And Ang in the driver's seat now at 3-1 to lead off the 6th inning. It's Kelly looking for the strike zone. 3-1 pitch misses up high to Ang. He walked him, leadoff walk drawn by Andrew Ang. Second time he's drawn a leadoff walk in the ball game. Third walk on the day for Kelly, leadoff man on here in the top of the 6th.
Well, last time he led off walking Ang, he retired the next 3 2-1 strikeouts. Whatever gets Kelly focused in, whatever works for him. It's tough to work off a leadoff walk.
Kelly only at 79 pitches so far through the first 5 innings, which is got to be considered a job well done, since he's usually up around 100 at the 6th inning mark. First pitch into Sam Wilson, misses up high for a ball, 1-0.
Well, just effective pitching by Kelly. Strikeouts, he's got them, 6 of them. But he's been pitching to contact. He's been keeping short counts and just getting outs.
1-0 pitch into Wilson, bounces in to the catcher Tanner Johnson. He picks it on the backhand, but a 2-0 count now to Sam Wilson, who is currently 0 for 2 in the ball game with a couple of strikeouts. As so far through the first 5 innings, Kelly has struck out 6 of the Settlers batters. 2-0 pitch into Wilson, runs high and inside for a ball, and it gets away from the catcher Tanner Johnson. Moving up to second is Andrew Ang. It'll be a 3-0 count to Wilson, and now a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 6th inning.
Just a tough pitch by Kelly, lost the grip on it. Fastball sailed high and away. Well, high and away to the backstop.
So Kelly has some work to do to avoid back-to-back walks. He walked Ang, who is now on second base after the wild pitch. And a 3-0 count into Sam Wilson. Has some stirring going on in the Copperheads bullpen now. Nobody warming up on the mound, just some tossing. 3-0 pitch, misses up high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here for Kelly to lead off the top of the 6th. And the Settlers now threatening to add on to their 2-1 lead.
Sets up the double play there. Nobody was on first base, no harm done. Kelly just has been able to find the strike zone in that at bat. Overall, he's done a good job. Only held the Licking County Settlers to 2 runs. See what manager Austin Dunphy wants to do.
As now he's walking out to the mound to talk to his hurler Kelly. The whole infield has been brought on to the mound, as Coach Dunphy looking to settle Kelly down and keep this deficit at 1. Settlers plated a run back in the first inning to open up the ball game on a sac fly. They added another in the top of the 3rd on an RBI ground out from Kaz Sabazic. Copperhead scored 1 in the bottom of the 4th on a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and that's how the 3 runs have come across so far.
And just over the last 2 days, the Copperheads have not been able to capitalize on bases loaded opportunities. Had a couple in innings 7, 8, and 9. Didn't have the bases loaded in the 9th, but scored 2 runs each of those innings. Found a way to get to the relief pitching. Has yet to figure out a way to get to the Licking County starting pitching. But the starting pitchers for the Copperheads, they've done their job. Going 5 innings at least, keeping the Copperheads in the ball game.
But now the mound visit is over. First pitch into Evan Fromwiller will miss in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count to to Fromwiller, who is 0 for 2 on the day. As Kelly looking to settle down after issuing back-to-back walks to start out this top of the 6th inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch into Fromwiller. He swings on it and fouls it back into the screen behind home plate. He evens up the count at 1. Fromwiller on the year with runners in scoring position, hitting .258 and 31 at-bats, 7 RBIs. Has an opportunity here to plate a big insurance run for the Settlers as they try to take these first 2 games in Athens against the Copperheads and extend their lead out in the GLSCL South Division, currently sitting in first place, a half game up on the Cincinnati Steam.
Well, just for Fromwiller here, hit his first home run of the season in yesterday's game. Hasn't shown a whole lot of power, has 9 doubles, but that home run, it was blasted down to left field.
1-1 pitch into Fromwiller, squaring the bunt. He was, but he pulls it back. Pitch taken outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now.
Kelly just pitching carefully to his Bobcat teammate. He's got him out twice. But again, Fromwiller heating up at the right time of the season. Drilled that solo home run yesterday.
2-1 pitch. Fromwiller squares the bunt again. And the pitch they called strike on the inside part of the plate. So you'll think the bunt will be out of play now with the 2-2 count. Nobody out as Fromwiller couldn't get the bunt down, trying to move 2 into scoring position. But they remain at second and first base respectively. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 2-1 Settlers lead. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Kelly into Fromwiller. It will miss inside for a ball, and they'll run the count full.
Kelly, worst case scenario, does not want to walk Fromwiller in this at-bat. Does not want to load the bases with nobody out. Start working, start chipping away here in the inning.
Here comes pitch 89 from Kelly. Full count home to Fromwiller. Called strike 3 at the knees. Big strikeout there from Braxton Kelly after back-to-back walks to lead off the inning. Punches out Fromwiller. 7 Ks for Kelly on the outing. 1 away now.
Big first out. Big to get Fromwiller looking. Just a big at-bat by Kelly. 3-2 count. Gets him looking, gets the out.
So now it'll be Nathan Meyer. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Also roped a single up the middle that almost hit Kelly out on the mound. First pitch into him will be a breaking pitch. Bends outside for a ball. 1-0, actually an appeal down to the field umpire, Clark Husky. He rules no swing. As Kelly comes set. 1-0 pitch home into Nathan Meyer. Will miss inside and low for a ball. As Tanner Johnson has to come out of his crouch to keep that one from getting by him. 2-0 the count now. Meyer so far on the year not very successful with runners in scoring position, just a 111 average. But Kelly trying to battle back, down in the count 2-0 to Meyer. Here comes the pitch. He'll be swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout, out of play. 2-1 the count now to Meyer.
This would be a big out to get. You have 1 out. Just get Meyer. Meyer's got a live bat. Kelly saw that all too well in the first at bat. Just got to work batter by batter, strike by strike. Getting out of this.
Middle infielders at double play depth. 2-1 pitch misses inside and a little high to Kelly. It'll be a 3-1 count now to Nathan Meyer, as Kelly will ask for a new ball. But Kelly's trying to avoid his 3rd walk of the inning, as the first 2 are the 2 guys currently on base. 2-1 lead for the Settlers. They're looking to add on to that here in this top of the 6th inning. As Kelly comes set, working out of the stretch. 3-1 pitch into Nate Meyer. Will miss high, ball 4. Easy take for him, and Kelly has now walked the bases loaded in this inning. There is 1 out, and it looks like Coach Dunphy will come in and pull Braxton Kelly from this ball game. As Kelly was grooving through these past few innings, but 3 walks in this inning. Walks 3, 4, and 5 for him on the outing, and that will end his day as Coach Dunphy takes the ball from him And Kelly will have to leave the ball game with the bases loaded, as we'll update you on the new pitcher when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Well, the new man on the mound will be Nick Kaiser for the Copperheads, as he'll inherit a tough situation. Bases loaded, only one away. Here on the top of the sixth inning, Kaiser on the year sports a 1-0 record, a 5.70 ERA, 13 games, one of them being a start, 1 save, 27 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 43 hits, 11 walks. His last outing went 3 innings against the Xenia Scouts, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 hits, a save, picked up the save, 2 walks and a strikeout, facing 15 batters, as he'll look to either get a punch out or roll a ground ball here to try to get out of this inning for the Copperheads. Still only trailing by 1 run, 2-1 score here. Yeah, this would be a tough one for the Copperheads to lose. Don't want to drop the first 2 to the Settlers and fall even further out of the playoff picture here in the GOSCL South Division.
Yeah, this is, like I said before, as close to a must-win situation as possible. Don't want to go 2.5 games back. Still want to have that 1 seed possibility open to you. Just going to be a tough road, and a tough road ahead for Nick Kaiser here. Bases loaded.
Well, Kaiser will face Phil Ferranti, the 8-hole batter, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. First pitch into him from Kaiser. Gets away from the catcher, Tanner Johnson, and coming in to score is Ang from third base. Moving up are the other runners to second and third, as it'll now be a 3-1 Settlers lead over the Copperheads. And a 1-0 count to Phil Ferranti.
Just first pitch you come in and throw. It's low and away. Gets past the catcher, Johnson. Not the ball you want to throw.
So with that, the infield will be drawn in, trying to prevent that other run from third from coming in to score. 1-0 pitch into Ferranti will miss low again for a ball, blocked by the catcher, Johnson. 2-0 the count now to Phil Ferranti. As Kaiser comes set. 2-0 pitch home will again miss low for a ball, 3-0. As first base is now open. And Kaiser risking putting Ferranti on. As all three of the base runners for the Settlers this inning reached on walks from Braxton Kelly. 3-0 pitch in from Kaiser will be swung on and popped into shallow right field. Coming in is Sebastian Fabic. He will make the catch. Tagging up is the runner from third. Here comes a throw home. It is on line, but the tag is not applied in time. And scoring is the runner from third, Sam Wilson. It's a sac fly RBI for Phil Ferranti, as that's RBI number 5 for him on the year. And it's now a 4-1 Licking County lead over the Copperheads.
Well, the throw was pretty good from Sebastian Fabic out in right field, taken on a hop by Johnson, but the throw was just a little bit too much up on the line over towards third. Nice throw, but oh so close.
First pitch into the 9-hole hitter, Connor Dodge. He hits it off the end of the bat. Foul behind home plate. 0-1 the count to Dodge. So 2 big insurance runs there from the Settlers as they came into the inning only leading by 1. But now they're up on the Copperheads 4-1 here at Bob Wren Stadium. Runner on third now with 2 away. 0-1 pitch into Connor Dodge. Just swung on and chops back towards the mound. Nick Kaiser able to field it cleanly. Flips it over to Zion Avery at first base. And the side is retired here on the top of the 6th. But not before the Settlers played 2 more runs to push the lead out to 4-1. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, Copperheads have some work to do with the bats. When we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 6th here at Bob Wren Stadium. Copperheads trail at 4-1 to the Licking County Settlers. As it'll be Zion Avery leading off the inning, followed by Phil Glasser and Kyle Gammon as the Copperheads look to add on to the sole run they scored back in the bottom of the 4th inning when Kyle Gammon was hit by a pitch. And that brought in Tanner Johnson with the bases loaded. Copperheads only a run on 3 hits and an error so far. Licking County Settlers 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Brendan Bickelman remaining on the mound. His first pitch into Zion Avery. Big swing by Zion. Foul tips it back into the mid of Ferranti. 0-1 the count. Avery on the day is 1 for 1. Had an infield single in his first at-bat, then drew a walk. His last time up, 0-1 pitch into him. Will miss low for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. As here comes the 1-1 pitch from Bickelman into Zion Avery. Another big swing from Avery, but a tick late on the fastball. And they'll try to shorten up now, down in the count 1-2.
And when Avery gets a hold of one, it goes far. But he just has to get that timing down, get the sweet spot of the bat on the ball. Got to get those two things first before you generate all that power.
Bickelman's got 7 strikeouts already in the outing, looking for another. Here comes his 1-2 delivery into Avery. It runs inside. Avery bends out of the way of it. And now even up the count at 2 as the pitch gets away from the catcher, Ferranti.
Well, just a good shuffle by Avery to get out of the way. And I want to have his 9th hit by pitch of the year.
As the 2-2 pitch in from Brendan Bickelman will be swung on, and Avery just gets a piece of it off the fist of the bat to stay alive in the AB. 2-2. As Bickelman, if he can record an out, it will be his longest outing against the Copperheads this year, as back in the opening series he went 5 innings. Has gone 5 so far on this one. 2-2 pitch. Runs outside and low for a ball. Zion Avery will work a full count to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning.
Good at bat by Avery. Again, he's seeing the ball well. Just has to get that timing down. Worked a walk already today.
Full count pitch in Avery. This one is smoked deep out into center field. Going back, it's a center fielder dodge. He will make the catch. A few steps in front of the warning track, so Avery gives that one a ride, but hits it right at Dodge out in center field. Leadoff man retired in the bottom of the 6th.
No wind at Bob Wren Stadium today. Just humidity, and that ball was smoked. Kind of died in the air out into center. I thought that ball would have been driven a little bit deeper, but good hit. Just couldn't find some grass.
With that, we'll bring in the left-handed hitting shortstop, Philip Glasser. As Glasser will swing through the first pitch from Bickelman for his strike 0-1, as Bickelman has had Glasser figured out so far in this one. Glasser 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Down in the count, 0-1 now. As Bickelman winds up, here comes the 0-1. It will miss low and inside for a ball, evens up the count at 1-1 to Glasser. As we continue to check into the Hamilton Joes and Cincinnati Steam game, Joes lead at 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch into Phil Glasser, swung on a chop towards the second baseman, Fromm Willer. He fields it on the hop, throws it over to first in time just to get Glasser by a step, as he was hustling out of that left-handed batter's box, but unable to beat out the throw. 2 away now in the bottom of the 6th.
It's almost like Glasser tried to kick it up into a second gear. Sprinted down to first, but Farmwiller just with the throw getting there by a hair.
So now Kyle Gammon will get the task of trying to keep this bottom of the 6th inning alive for the Copperheads. First pitch into him from Bickelman, rides high for a ball, 1-0. Gammon's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Does have an RBI on a hit by pitch. Only RBI in the game so far for the Copperheads. They trail at 4-1. 1-0 pitch in from Bickelman, comes right down the heart of the plate for a strike. 1-1 count now to Kyle Gammon. As Bickelman winds up, 1-1 pitch into Gammon, misses outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. As Bickelman looking into the catcher, Ferranti. He'll wind up. 2-1 pitch is grounded up the middle, hits off the leg of the pitcher, now fielded by Fromm with a throw on to first, is in time. As kind of a weird play, scored a 1-4-3 as it kicks off the leg of Bickelman, rolls out towards second base. Fromwiller fields it, throws it over to first in time to record the out. 3 up, 3 down inning in the bottom of the 6th. Copperhead still trailing 4-1. Throw it over to Connor Mills to finish out the ball game on the play-by-play when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Back inside Bob Wren Stadium as the Licking County Settlers have a 4-1 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Playoff implications on the line for both of these teams. Copperheads will have to battle back into this game. Are currently sitting a game and a half back on Licking County for first in the Southern Division. Cincinnati Steam with a half-game lead in the South as they just took a 6-4 lead over the Hamilton Joes. First pitch from Nick Kaiser in for a called strike, 0-1. So 6-4 lead, Cincinnati Steam over the Joes as that game has progressed into the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th for the Steam, and that is not what the Copperheads want to hear. Pitch from Kaiser missed outside, 1-1 delivery, misses outside as well, 2 balls and 1 strike. To the batter, Turner Hill. Hill in today's ball game flew out to third base in foul territory, grounded into a fielder's choice and singled in his first at-bat, 1 for 3. 2-1 pitch, bunted high in the air. Kaiser makes the basket catch for the first out. Turner Hill tried to bunt the ball, couldn't get it down, lifted it up. Kaiser bounces off the mound to make the catch.
Yep, great job fielding the position there as he bounces right off the mound, as you said, able to haul that one in to get the leadoff batter here in the 7th inning. As for Kaiser, just trying to hold this deficit at 3. You guys got 9 outs to work with. Try to get the bats back in the dugout and see what you can do.
Copperhead scored 6 in the final 3 innings of yesterday's ball game. First pitch in to Kazimir Sobazik for a called strike, 0-1. Sobazik in today's game, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk, batting .296 currently as he swings and grounds the ball over towards second baseman Gammon. He takes it on 3 hops, throws it to first in time for the second out in the top of the 7th inning.
Nice job there from Gammon. You know, really not panicking as you see Sobazik out of that left-handed box. You saw him moving up the line there, made it a close play at first, but Gammon just taking his time. Gets a nice, easy, true hop off the turf to him. Throws it over to first just in time to record the out. Nice job there from the second baseman.
Copperheads here with a win. Could go a half game back from taking second place or jumping the Cincinnati Steam for second. First pitch in for a called strike to Stephen Krause. A half game back on the Steam, a game and a half back from Licking County. We need to win 2 of the last of this 3-game series. Have to win the series out. 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The top 3, Licking County, followed by Cincinnati, and then Southern Ohio. As 1-1 pitch misses high and inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. In 4th place, a game back from the Copperheads, is the Hamilton Joes. So if the Joes win and the Copperheads lose today's game, Joes would be tied with the Copperheads for 3rd place in the South. Doesn't really matter until we get to the final series as what will play out. 2 balls, 2 strikes,
Absolutely
2 outs.
Nothing set in stone right now in the South Division. 4 teams, even 5. Xenia Scouts aren't out of contention yet either, and they're winning in their ball game tonight. So going to be interesting to see how this all shapes out by the end of the year.
2-2 the count to Stephen Krause. Krause 0 for 3 on the day as he swings and misses at the Nick Kaiser ball. Strike 3. Kaiser gets his first strikeout of the day, and Copperheads come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Licking County Settlers 4, Copperheads 1. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any perk.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the seventh inning at Bob Bren Stadium, Licking County 4. Southern Ohio Copperheads trailing by 3. They got one. New man on the mound for the Licking County Settlers. First pitch to Lucas Nasante hits the outside corner from Brennan Herbert for strike one. Herbert comes in to replace Brennan Bickelman. Bickelman went 6, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Ball low and inside to Nasante, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 walks for Bickelman, struck out 7 batters of the Copperheads. As Herbert comes in relief here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 count. Pitch to Nasante, taken low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It'll be big to get the leadoff batter on here against Herbert. Try to spark a rally. No time like the present to start the battle back in this game. This is when the Copperheads started to get hot in last night's game, the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings.
Herbert's 2-1 line drive out into right field and falls in, rolls all the way back into the corner at the wall. Rounding second base and heading for third is Lucas Nasante. He'll go in standing. It's a leadoff triple for Lucas Nasante as the lineup will turn over to the top. There'll be Jared Hurd with a runner on third base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads trailing by 3, Settlers 4-1.
That's a big start to the inning. You knew as soon as you saw that ball slicing down the right field line, and Nasante with the speed that he has, you knew he was going to at least have 2, but he was thinking 3 out of the box. Took a big turn around second and goes in standing with the leadoff triple, and now the lineup turns over to the guys you want to have up with runners in scoring position.
Top of the lineup coming up, Jared Hurd, Zach Iverson, and Sebastian Fabic. Hurd on the day, 1 for 3 with a fly ball out into left field and a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Yeah, the leadoff single in the bottom of the 1st, his first pitch 2. Jared Hurd hits the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. On the season for Brennan Herbert from Hope Mills, North Carolina, 215 pounds, 6'4" sophomore at Appalachian State University. A 1 pitch comes inside, and that'll be another hit by pitch. Hurd being a nice guy, he flips the ball right back to Herbert, but now runners at the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, yeah, you can't really get out of the way of that one as he tried to throw that front door breaking ball, just didn't break. Comes right into the back of Hurd, and just trying to keep this rally going. You got the runners at the corners, nobody out, tying runs currently at the plate. Just try to keep stringing those hits together. This has been where the Copperheads have struggled this series. Haven't been able to pick up the big hit with runners in scoring position.
Well, for the Copperheads, with runners in scoring position, on the season batting .293, have had 444 at-bats with runners in scoring position, 7 home runs, and have batted in 182 RBIs. Specifically for Zach Iverson on the year, with runners in scoring position, Iverson has hit .286 and has knocked in 10 RBIs. Has a chance to get one more RBI here today with runners at the corners. Bottom of the 7th, first pitch hits the outside corner for strike 1. Brennan Herbert with a 3.5 ERA, 1 win, no losses in 9 appearances this season. This is his 10th, has started 2 games. 10 innings pitched, has struck out 8 batters and walked 7, and has allowed now 13 hits on the year. Last outing came against the Hamilton Joes. Was not one of the relief pitchers, one of the 6 that pitched in yesterday's game. 0-1 pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good take there from Iverson. As you've mentioned, home plate umpire hasn't called it out there all night long. Copperheads being very disciplined, laying off that pitch.
Ball in the turf, blocked nicely by the catcher Ferranti. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike for Zach Iverson. Iverson batting with runners at the corners here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads have not scored since the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 the count. Herbert's pitch from the stretch is a swing and a fly ball off towards left side and out of play. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You see Iverson kind of grimacing in the box there a little bit. He knew that was his pitch. Got a 2-1 fastball over the heart of the plate, but just gets underneath it, fouls it back. Now going to have to try to shorten up here with 2 strikes.
Iverson 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to left fields. 2-2 pitch misses high and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th in yesterday's ball game. They'll look to replicate and maintain a lead. They did not lead in yesterday's game, but they look to get the first lead of the series here. 3-2, swing and another fly ball off towards the left side and out of play. Iverson stays alive at the plate.
Yeah, nice job there reaching out and fighting off that pitch. It's one of those borderline pitches, could have gone either way, but Iverson doesn't leave it up to chance. He fights it off.
With a leadoff triple, Lucas Nasante's on third base, and with a hit by pitch, Hurd is on first. Nobody at second base. The payoff pitch from Herbert taken low and away, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. The coach for the Licking County Settlers will come up and is on the turf. Will slowly make his way out to the mound as he'll talk to his pitcher. And it looks like the field umpire's making a call down to the bullpen, which would signify a pitching change. It's Licking County Settlers 4, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. It will be a pitching change as Herbert is walking off the mound. We'll be right back. Copperheads trying to get back into this one. Bases loaded, bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Bob Wren Stadium. A pitching change for the Licking County Settlers. Replacing Brennan Herbert is Justin Perez. At the plate, Sebastian Fabic. Fabic 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center field, as this will be his 4th at-bat of the day. Perez came into the game yesterday, did not record an out, gave up a run. It was earned, 2 walks and 2 batters faced. First pitch comes up and inside, and it does hit. Sebastian Fabic, first pitch that Perez throws, hits Fabic on the shoulder, left shoulder. Copperheads get within 2. It's an RBI hit by pitch for Fabic, and now the Copperheads trail 4-2 in today's ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, I was just about to say it's the exact guy you want to have up at the plate, and Fabic, team leader in RBIs. But the first pitch runs inside and hits him. Easy RBI there from Fabic. That moves a tying run out to second base now. Still nobody out, bases remaining loaded. See if the Copperheads can get a big hit here with the bases loaded.
First pitch to Tanner Glass, misses for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Lucas DeSanti came in to score a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning on a hit by a pitch by Sebastian Fabic. It's now Hurd on third, Iverson at second, and Fabic on first base. 1-0 the count. Pitch from Perez, misses low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Perez again did not record an out when he came in relief in yesterday's ball game. Gave up 2 walks and only faced 2 batters, so he walked in a batter. 2-0 pitch, swung on, a fly ball back and over the press box. Out of play, 2-1. Glass on the day, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. The starter in today's ball game, Brennan Bickelman, went 6. Gave up 3 hits and only 1 run. This second run is charged to Brennan Herbert, who loaded the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 the count. Perez from the stretch, and the pitch taken low and away, ball 3. Tanner Glass will look to find a way to get on the base paths and bring in a run.
Well, this is looking similar to the ball game yesterday, as the Settlers bullpen really struggling with their command, being able to throw strikes and get outs. The Copperheads scored 6 runs in the last 3 innings last night to make it kind of a ball game there.
3-1 pitch, ground ball over towards third, taking on a short hop to throw to home in time. No relay to first base, as Tanner Glass will have to settle with the fielder's choice. All the runners move up by 1. Retired on the fielder's choice is Jared Hurd. Glass goes to first, and now with 1 out at the plate, Tanner Johnson.
Yeah, wasn't sure if that was going to be hard enough to be able to get the runner out at home. It's a slow chopper over towards Meyer at third base, but he's able to field it cleanly, make a strong throw home to get Hurd out. Big first out, but still got tying run out in scoring position.
So for the first time, Perez records an out in this series. Johnson at the plate, first pitch he sees. He swings in a foul ball in foul territory, ranging over the first baseman Krause. He makes the catch, and just like that, Perez has 2 outs with the bases remaining loading here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, this is an exact similar situation to the ball game yesterday now. Zion Avery going to come up. But yesterday was Daniel Cruz, had 2 outs. Copperheads were down 4-2 with the bases loaded. And you got the same situation up here now. See if they are able to capitalize with it this time, as they've struggled throughout this game to get the big hit throughout the whole series, really.
First pitch Johnson sees. He flies it out in foul territory. 2 outs, bottom 7, bases loaded. First pitch to Avery, misses low and away for ball 1. Zach Iverson on third base. Over on second is Sebastian Fabic, and on first with the fielder's choice is Tanner Glass. 2, 3, and 4 on the base paths. Zion Avery at the plate. 1-0 the count. Perez from the stretch, the 1-0, taken outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, if you're Avery right now, 2-0 pitch, got to get one you absolutely love if you're going to take a swing at it here, as we've seen Perez has had some command issues in these last couple of outings against the Copperheads, so got to make him bring one into you here.
Big game for the Copperheads. With a win, they keep their postseason hopes alive and still control their destiny, as Avery swings and takes a big hack and comes up empty against Justin Perez. Count is at 2-1. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Herbert loaded the bases. 1 run is coming in. 2-1 pitch, taken in for a called strike. Count is even at 2-2.
And Zion and Coach Dunphy don't like that call. A couple of words for the home plate umpire. Well, even up the count at 2. Zion going to have to shorten up that big swing of his now and try to just put a ball in play.
Avery today 1 for 2 with a walk and a fly out to center fields. He's got the count tied up at 2 apiece with 2 outs. Perez from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch, taking outside. Running home is Zach Iverson. The ball gets past the catcher, Ferranti. 1 run comes in to score. 2 runs are in the bottom of the 7th. Copperheads trail this ball game by 1. Licking County 4, Southern Ohio 3.
And not only does a run come in to score, but now the go-ahead run moves out in the scoring position and a full count pitch coming to Zion Avery. This is the biggest at-bat in the ball game to this point now. If Avery can get a base hit into the outfield, Copperheads could possibly take their first lead of this series.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads trailing by 1. Zion Avery at the plate. The payoff pitch is taken, low and away, ball 4. Bases go back to being loaded. And now the manager will come out of the dugout yet again. And will take a slow walk to his pitcher, Justin Perez. Runners on first, second, and third. And another call down to the bullpen as signaled by Clark Husky, the field umpire. Will have another pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Copperheads come within 1. It's Licking County 4, Southern Ohio 3. We'll be right back after the pitching change right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens, keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Bob Brent Stadium. Copperheads have played at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Have not had a RBI hit here in the bottom of the 7th. Rather, it was a pass ball and a walk, or a hit by pitch, that brought in the 2 runs here in the ball game. Phil Glasser comes back to the plate. Glasser's last time up grounded out to second. Previous 2 times, he's 0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts. Uncharacteristic day for Phil Glasser as Nick Meyer out on the mound comes in to replace Justin Perez. First pitch misses low as Fabic will run quickly back to third. 1-0.
Well, Glasser has had perhaps the biggest hit on the year for the Copperheads, that walk-off single back on Sunday. So see if he can come up with another big one here and give his team the lead.
Runners on second, third, and first. 1-0 pitch fouled straight back to the netting. 1-1. But Zion Avery walked to get to first base. Coming in to score on the pass ball was Zach Iverson. Lucas Nasanti led off the inning with a triple. He came in to score on a hit by pitch to Sebastian Fabic with the bases loaded. 1-1 count to Phil Glasser. The pitch in from Nick Meyer. Hits the outside corner. Count is at 1-2. Meyer on the season was an all-star. A 1.13 regular season ERA. 3 wins, 1 loss. 18th relief appearance thus far. 9 saves on the season. 24 2/3 innings pitched. As 1-2 pitch, Phil Glasser swung on and missed. Strike 3. The inning comes to a close, but not before the Southern Ohio Copperheads get a little closer. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Licking County 4, Southern Ohio 3. We'll be back in the top of the 8th inning. Licking County Settlers come to the plate next, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Copperheads yet again got to the Licking County relief pitching in today's ball game. They scored 6 in the 7th, 8th, and 9th off of relief pitching in yesterday's game, where Copperheads fell 9-6. In today's game, it's a 4-3 lead for Licking County. Well, bases were loaded. Phil Glasser at the plate. Glasser went down swinging. Big inning thwarted by Licking County and Nick Meyer, who they brought in to replace Justin Perez with the bases loaded. At the plate now, Andrew Ang takes first pitch called strike, 0-1. Remaining on the mound is Nick Kaiser for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Kaiser so far has gotten through the 6th and the 7th. Second pitch in for a called strike, 0-2.
Will it be big for the Copperheads to kind of try to keep the momentum a little bit after kind of being deflated, leaving the bases loaded? If Kaiser can come in, get a 1-2-3 inning, get back in the dugout and try to start what you did last inning.
And that pitch is not swung on. Close pitch by Kaiser. Field umpire Clark Usky thought it was, did not go around. Counts at 1-2. Andrew Ang today 0 for, well, doesn't really have any at-bats. As 2-2 pitch, Kaiser misses high. But 2-2, nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Copperheads trail by 1. Kaiser from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive out into left center field, and that one will get down all the way into the gap and roll all the way back to the wall. Ang rounds first, he's heading for second, and that's where he'll hold up. It's a leadoff double here in the top of the 8th inning for Andrew Ang, and Sam Wilson will be right behind him.
Yeah, nice job there from Ang. Got that pitch on the outside part of the plate, drove it out there into left center field. And a big gap between Hurd and the Salty out there, so that ball rolls all the way to the wall. Easy double there for Ang to lead off the inning. Big insurance run out there for the Settlers.
Lead-off double, Ang on second. Wilson at the plate, the designated hitter, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Was one of the 5 walks allowed by Braxton Kelly in today's ball game. The majority of them coming in the top of the 6th inning, where Kaiser had to come in. Bases were loaded. Kaiser got 2 guys out back-to-back. One on a sacrifice fly and one on a ground out right back to him. Kaiser then in the 7th went 1-2-3. The first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. But now here in the top of the 8th, he gives up a leadoff double to Andrew Ang. And Sam Wilson will try to bunt him over towards third, brings Iverson off the bag. The throw to first in time. Iverson had to go get the ground ball, get the sacrifice bunt. A successful sacrifice bunt for Licking County, as now there's a runner at third base with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, kind of a textbook bunt play there. Nice job from Iverson, able there to come in and charge it. So it was a pretty good bunt there from Wilson. Thought he might be able to beat it out. But the Copperheads decided to charge in the corner, so Avery wasn't over at first. Kyle Gammon heads up, goes and covers the bag to get the out. And that will draw the infield in now with 1 away and a runner on third.
Well, for Fromwiller, he's at the plate now. First pitch for a ball. Fromwiller hit a solo home run in yesterday's game in the top of the 5th inning. Has been held quiet in today's game, 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 flyouts as he swings and flies this one out into right center field. It drops down for a base hit. RBI single for Fromwiller. First hit of the game for him. First RBI of the game for him, as well as Licking County now comes right back and has an answer yet again for the Copperheads. 5-3 in favor of Licking County.
Yeah, not the hardest hit ball there from Fromwiller. Just kind of got enough to muscle it over the infield, dumped it out into right field, and easily coming in to score Zhang. That's a big insurance run there for the Settlers.
5-3 now the score. Licking County over Southern Ohio as the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. To the batter, Nate Meyer. Meyer today 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. 1-0 pitch misses high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Taking another look at the Cincinnati Steam and Hamilton Joe's game. Cincinnati put up a 7 spot in the bottom of the 6th. Now 10-4 in favor of Cincinnati. A score that is not favorable for Southern Ohio. For the Copperheads, they would hope that Hamilton Joe's have enough to come back in that game. If Copperheads lose today's game, they'd still only remain a half game back for second place. However, if the Cincinnati Steam win and the Southern Ohio Copperheads lose, Copperheads would go a game and a half back on Cincinnati Steam, and then there's nothing else that they can do by themselves. They need a little help in the final 3-game series. 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner, 2-1. Nice location from Kaiser. Runner on first base, 2-1 the count, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning, 1 run already in. This one swung on, fly ball out into right field. Fabic has it lined up, makes a one-hand catch in front of his face. And now there are 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, nice job there from Kaiser. Gets a nice lazy fly ball out in the right field. Easy play out there for Fabic, one of the 3 All-Stars that played center field for the South Division of the GLSCL. Started out and left, but making a nice play there. 1 more out to go to get out of this inning.
1 run already in here in the top of the 8th. Settlers 5, Copperheads 3. First pitch from Kaiser hits the outside corner of the plate to Phil Ferranti. 0-1. And Jurang, after leading off with a double, sacrifice bunt, moved him over towards third. Evan Fromwiller hit him in. That's how this top of the 8th has gone, with a swing and a miss by Ferranti. 0-2, the count with 2 outs. The sacrifice bunt, 5-3 put out, was for the first out. Nate Meyer flew out to right field for the second. Kaiser now ahead on the count. Phil Ferranti, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch from Kaiser, swung on and just fouled off. And back to the backstop, 0-2, the count remains. Fromwiller stands on first base. Copperheads have 6 outs left to play with to try and work back into this game. Last win was against the Xenia Scouts before the All-Star break, as the 0-2 checked his swing, tagged at the plate, checked down to Clark Husky. The field umpire says he went around, strike 3. That's a final out in the top of the 8th. Kaiser picks up his 2nd strikeout of the day, comes against Phil Ferranti, and now the Copperheads come back to the plate down by 2. 5-3 lead for the Settlers as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to the Copperheads and the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, an apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Reese Trahey pinch hitting for Kyle Gammon. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Copperheads trail by 2. It's the Settlers 5, the Copperheads 3. Settlers 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Copperheads 3 runs on 4 hits and an error. Trahey comes in to pinch hit for Gammon. Gammon went 0 for 2 in today's ball game with a hit by pitch RBI back in the bottom of the 4th. On the mound, Nick Meyer, first pitch, in for a called strike, 0-1. To the batter, Reese Trahey, who's batting .297 on the year. Oh, 1 pitch, finds a strike zone, 0-2 now. But for Trahey, .297 batting, 30 hits, 99 at-bats, 25 runs scored, 11 RBIs, 14 walks, and 16 strikeouts. 0-2 the count to Trahey as he'll look to get things started here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch catches the inside corner, strike 3 called. Nick Meyer paints that inside corner for the first out in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, really nice location there, high and inside corner by Meyer. And he's one of the best bullpen pitchers in the league, obviously, with the all-star selection. Tough, coming in cold off the bench for Trey. Very quick at-bat, 3 pitches and the punch-out.
Well, Lucas Nosantu had a leadoff triple to start things in the bottom of the 7th. Bats in now, gets hit by the pitch. And yet again, another hit by a pitch in today's ball game. There were 2 in the bottom of the 7th as Nosantu will take his hit by a pitch. 1 out, bottom 8, runner on first.
Yeah, looks like that one kind of ran in and got his hand. That's always a scary part to get hit at, is obviously the fingers can get broken and stuff like that, but Nosantu looked fine right off the bat.
5 hit by pitches today for Copperheads at the plate. Painful way to get on base, but any way they can get on base, they'll take it. Down by 2 runs. Settlers 5, Copperheads 3. Jared Hurd, leadoff batter of today's game, bats in. First pitch to Hurd, hits the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Hurd in today's ball game was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 7th. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 4th. Flew out to left field in the 3rd and had a single back in the bottom of the 1st. 0-1 pitch from Meyer, misses outside, 1-1. Settlers scored 1 in the top of the 8th inning, responding to the Copperheads' 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch to Hurd, swung on and missed for strike 2. Brings the count to 1-2.
Good swing there by Hurd, just a little bit behind the fastball from Meyer. Gonna have to try to choke and poke now with 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning, runner on first. Nosantu with the short lead off of first. The pitch from Meyer taken high and away. Ball 2.
Real nice take there from Hurd. Close pitch on the outside part of the plate. But he watches it in, earns himself another pitch in the AB.
Count is even at 2 apiece. Infield double play position, corners are in. 2-2 pitch, low and away. Ball 3, Jared Hurd has worked himself a full count with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, Meyer is a big strikeout guy out there on the mound. He had 37 strikeouts in 24 2/3 coming into this game. Doesn't walk a lot of batters. See if Hurd can draw one here.
3-2 pitch, swung on, pop fly, over towards the left side in foul territory. Austin Dunphy moves back. Moving in is the third baseman, Nate Meyer, makes the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Hurd. At first thought that one had enough to get out of play, but stays just a couple steps away from the dugout stairs on the third base side, and Meyer, very aware of his environment, able to haul that one in and make the catch. 2 away now in the inning.
Zach Iverson 0 for 3 today with a run scored and a walk, 2 strikeouts, batting average at .344 now. Copperheads look to tie the game or take the lead. Tying run at the plate. First pitch to Iverson outside, ball 1. Iverson does have some power, hit a home run up north in Canada against the St. Clair Green Giants. Check over to first base, a high throw to the first baseman Kraus. But sliding back safely is Lucas Nasanti. Helicopter once again flies over Bob Wren Stadium. Haven't really heard all the air traffic all season long, but now back-to-back days.
I was about to say the same thing. Don't think there's been one the whole season, but past couple ball games.
1-0 pitch misses outside, a fastball by Meyer. 2 balls and no strikes.
We're not always playing this late, though, usually. The past couple nights have been a couple of long games.
That's true. 10:39 on our clocks here in Athens, Ohio, Eastern Standard Time. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fly ball, foul territory towards the left side. And this one does get out of play and bounces on the concrete at Bob Wren Stadium to our left of the press box. 2-1 the count. But unusual to hear the helicopters flying over. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first base here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Settlers 5, Copperheads 3. Copperheads trying to tie this game, have 4 outs left. 2-1 pitch, Iverson swings, and another foul ball off towards the left side and out of play. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Iverson just underneath both those balls. Got to try to level out the swing and try to get a hold of one in the gap. You got to speed in Asante over there first. If you can get one all the way to the wall, perhaps he can score all the way from first base, as he'll be going with 2 outs on contact.
2-2 the count. Myers pitch. Another foul ball off towards the left side. And that one does get out of play. Recap the inning. Trey pinch hit for Kyle Gammon. Trey will most likely go to second base for the top of the 9th inning. But Trey strikes out looking. Nasanti hit by a pitch. He's on first base. Jared Hurd flew out in foul territory to the third baseman Meyer. And at the plate now with 2 outs, Zach Iverson, 2-2 the count. Pitch from Meyer, high and away, ball 3. It's a full count to Zach Iverson, working himself a long at-bat, a quality at-bat against one of the best relief pitchers in the league, and Nick Meyer. From the stretch, Meyer has his sign. Payoff pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Meyer strikes out his 3rd bat of the game, and the Copperheads will have 3 outs left to play with. Playoff hopes on the line. When we go to the top of the 9th inning, Settlers 5, Copperheads 3. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
10 runners left on base for the Southern Ohio Copperheads as they trail in today's ball game 5-3. 3 outs left to play with as we're here in the top of the 9th inning. Kaiser remains out on the mound. First pitch to Connor Dodge, swung on, line drive falling fast out into left center field, but equal to the task is Lucas Nasanti to run it down before it falls. 1 out.
And not an easy play out there in center for Nasanti, but gets a real good read on the ball, good jump, able to cover a lot of ground and make that play on the run in left center field.
Dodge will most likely finish his day 1 for 4 with a run scored. As now at the plate, Turner Hill. Lineup turns over. First pitch to Hill, misses low and inside, bounces in the turf. 1 ball, no strikes. Turner Hill in today's ball game, 1 for 4 of the runs scored. Batting average at .357. Singleton came around to score in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Another look at the Cincinnati Steam Hamilton Joe's game. Fastball catches the outside corner on Turner Hill, 2-1. Score remains 10-4 in favor of Cincinnati. Game's in the bottom of the 8th inning. As here in Athens, game's in the top of the 9th. 2-1 pitch, swung on a missed by Turner Hill, 2-2 the count. Kaiser from the stretch, quickly deals 2-2, swung on, and a ground ball over towards third base line. Goes all the way up towards the left field line and down the corner near the Copperheads bullpen. Count remains at 2-2. Well, the path to the postseason would get more difficult for the Copperheads with a loss in the Cincinnati Steam win. Curveball misses high, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and it wouldn't, obviously wouldn't completely eliminate them from contention. But you don't really control your own destiny at that point anymore. You're going to have to keep winning games and hope teams beat other teams for you.
Playoff pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Kaiser gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
Kaiser's done a real nice job out of the pen. You know, Kelly with his shortest start on the year, only going 5 1/3, but Kaiser's come in and held down the fort real nice. Only 1 out away from getting through 3 2/3 and saving the bullpen for the Copperheads.
Copperheads will have the Richmond Jazz after the game tomorrow. First pitch misses high to Kazimir Sobazik. 1-0. With 1-0 the count, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Copperheads trail by 2. They will look to tie the game or walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Things get interesting, though, as Licking County will have Cincinnati Steam, top 2 teams, as Sobazik flies one out to right field. Sebastian Fabic has it on the run, and the side is retired. 3 outs left for the Southern Ohio Copperheads in today's game as they look to try and take the series. But first, they need to get 2 runs, at least 3 to walk it off. We'll be back in the bottom of the 9th inning, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots outdoor footwear and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
3, 4, 5 all due up here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bob Brent Stadium Copperheads to maintain their own destiny, to control it. They'll need to walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth or in extra innings. It will take Sebastian Fabic, Tanner Glass, and Tanner Johnson at the plate against Nick Meyer. Meyer has come in and shut down the Copperheads. By far the best relief pitcher Copperheads have seen from the Settlers this series. First pitch misses high and inside for ball one. Copperheads currently trail a game and a half to Licking County for the number one seed in the Southern Division in the GLSCL. Second pitch misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Fabic today 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch, 2 strikeouts, and a fly out to center field. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Pitcher Meyer misses high and inside, and just like that, Fabic is ahead, 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, Fabic just has to reach base however he can here to start off this inning, as Meyer's been pretty effective out there since coming in. Came into a bases loaded 2 out jam, picked up a strikeout, then a scoreless inning in the 8th. But if you can get this leadoff runner on, be big for the Copperheads.
3-0 pitch taken all the way, called strike. 3-1. Fabic thought that pitch was a little bit high, but it caught the letters. Strike called.
Yeah, you saw him just turn and get ready to throw the bat, but called strike. Had to stand in the box and see at least one more pitch.
He sees a pitch and swings at it. Full count now to Sebastian Fabic, who's still in search for his first hit today. Fabic, the batting average down to .351 now. Still pretty good. Payoff pitch misses high and inside. Fabic this time checks with Daniel Beasley, the home plate umpire, before taking his base. But it is indeed ball 4. The first walk allowed by Nick Meyer in today's game. Leadoff man on base here in the bottom of the ninth inning for Southern Ohio.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do when you're down by a couple runs in the ninth inning. Get that leadoff guy on, try to spark some kind of rally here for the Copperheads. They've really struggled to get the big hits so far in this series. They've had the runners on, but just unable to string the hits together.
First pitch in for a called strike to Tanner Glass. 0-1. Glass today 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. 0-1 the count. Meyer checks over to Fabic and goes back safely. Tanner Glass with a single back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Had walked 2 times prior as he takes a pitch high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting on base with the Copperheads has not been the issue today. It's been bringing them home, like Joey said. Got to bring them home, get the big hit. Bases have been loaded multiple times in today's ball game, but Copperheads unable to capitalize. 1-1 pitch to Glass, taken on the inside corner for a called strike, 1-2. With 10 runners left on base, a runner on base here in the bottom of the ninth. Fabic with the walk. Glass will try to follow suit, but down in the count, 1-2. Pitcher Meyer swung on line, drive deep out into right center field, moving back at the wall and making the catch on the run is a right fielder, Ang. Long first out of the inning for Tanner Glass. Gave it a ride. Couldn't find the glass.
Yeah, tagged that ball deep out in the right center field, but nice play by Wilson, looking that one in on the run. That's probably one of the best swings we've seen on the Copperheads so far in this game, but unfortunate. Hangs up there just long enough to record the out.
A tying run is at the plate yet again. Tanner Johnson will bat here. 0 for 3 in today's game. 2 flyouts to center, a pop up to first base, and a hit by pitch completes his stat line. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Copperheads down to 2 outs here in today's ball game. Meyer will look for another save. First pitch for a called strike, 0-1 to Johnson. Meyer with 9 saves on the year in search for his 10th here today. 2-run lead for the Settlers. 5-3 is the score. 0-1 pitch to Tanner Johnson. Misses low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Copperhead scoring runs in the bottom of the 4th and the bottom of the 7th. Settlers in the 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 8th. 1-1 pitch from Meyer. Swung on and fouled off behind the press box, 1-2. Sebastian Fabic led off today's inning in the bottom of the 9th with a full count walk. Tanner Glassfell out to right field, and now Tanner Johnson at the plate. Let's go Cheds chant breaks out of Bob Wren. Copperheads faithful still here. Left 10:53 the time is now a line drive down the line into left field, ranging and going into the Copperheads bullpen. Johnson, hard hit ball, just got a little bit ahead of it. Count remains a 1-2.
Yeah, just a little bit out in front of the breaking ball there from Meyer as Johnson hit it a long way down the left field line, but just slices foul into the bullpen. Got to straighten one of those out. It was a good swing. Just got to sit back a little bit longer on that breaking pitch.
Johnson remains down to the count, 1-2. Meyer's pitch taken high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice take there from Johnson. Had a high strike called on him earlier in the at-bat.
6 pitchers were used in yesterday's game for the Settlers. 4 pitchers in today's game. 2-2 pitch taken low and inside. Ball 3. Back-to-back full count at bats for Fabic and then Tanner Johnson. Sandwiched between them was a fly out to right field. A 3-2 the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Copperheads looking to tie it or walk it off. Ball 4. 2 walks in the inning for Meyer. And now at the plate, Zion Avery. With 1 swing of a bat, he can end this one. Runners on first and second base with 1 out. And now walking out to the mound will be the coach of the Licking County Settlers. Try and calm down Meyer. Meyer's been by far their best reliever, the All-Star. Didn't have a great All-Star game, had a 18 ERA. But gave up 2 runs, 2 earned in 1 inning pitched. Received the loss in the All-Star game against the North Division. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Today's game, he's got 2 walks. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, it's a nice job there from Johnson in that bat. Fell behind 1-2. Could have easily rolled over, but takes a couple of close pitches. 1 high, 1 on the inside part of the plate. Then an easy take on the 3-2 pitch. Nice job not getting out of his plan up there at the plate when falling behind and staying disciplined, drawing the walk.
Against the Copperheads earlier on in the year for Nick Meyer. Received the win on June 6th. Pitched 1 2/3, and on the 5th, pitched 2 innings. Gave up 2 hits, but struck out 2 as well. 3rd time that Meyer will face the Copperheads, as he's in line for a save. Should he get 2 more outs. But at the plate, Zion Avery. First pitch to Avery, taken in for a called strike down the middle. Strike 1. Zion in today's ball game swung 3-0 for his infield single. He's 1 for 2 on the game with 2 walks. Average at .237. 0-1 pitch to Avery, taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Close pitch taken by Zion Avery. Pays off for him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Copperheads trail by 2. Go ahead, run at the plate. Myers 1-1 pitch, misses high and inside. Ducking out of the way is Avery, and Zion's ahead in the count, 2-1.
Yeah, Zion, just got to stay true to yourself in this at-bat. Obviously being the go-ahead run, we know he has the home run power, but just got to try to get a pitch you like, put a good swing on it, just try to keep this train rolling here in this inning.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch to Avery, swung on and fouled straight back over the press box. Zion has the count tied up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Over on second base is Sebastian Fabic. On first, Tanner Johnson. Both received walks to get to the base paths. Copperheads trailing by 2. Nick Meyer checks back to second. The 2-2 pitch is swung on, ground ball over towards third. It stays fair. The throw to first, no, stays foul. Foul ball. Infielders played it as if the ball was live. Home plate umpire Daniel Beasley says that ball was foul before it got to the bag, taken by Nate Meyer at third base. That would have been a double play. Zion Avery did not leave the batter's box, but as of right now, as it stands, it's a 2-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time believing Zion would just not run if he knew the ball was fair. I'm not sure there's going to be anything changed with this call, plus no way of knowing if you could get Zion Avery out at first or not without him even running and the ball being called foul.
Exactly. Well, the count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Tying run is on first base. The go-ahead run is at the plate in Zion Avery. Nick Meyer on the mound. Takes a deep breath. 2-2 pitch taken in for a called strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and it'll all come down to Phil Glasser.
Yeah, Zion not a fan of that call in the inside corner. Kind of got a similar pitch early in the at-bat that got called a ball. But he takes that one, gets rung up. 2 away now. Going to take a, 2-out rally, as they say, for the Copperheads if they want to keep this ball game alive.
Copperheads scored all their runs in yesterday's game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. They scored 2 here in the bottom of the 7th, nothing in the bottom of the 8th. And have a chance here in the bottom of the 9th. With 2 outs, Phil Glasser's first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. By 0-1 the count to Phil Glasser. Glasser in search for his first hit today. 0 for 4 in today's ball game. As 0-1 pitch taken high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Reese Trahey. He came into the game as a pinch hitter, went to second base for Kyle Gammon. But Glasser would have to extend the inning for Trahey to come to the plate. 1-1 pitch to Glasser, misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fabic led off with a walk. He's on second. Tanner Glasser out to right field. Tanner Johnson walked. He's on first. Zion Avery struck out looking. Count is at 2 balls and 1 strike to Phil Glasser. The 2-1 pitch swung on, line drive out into right center field. That gets down for a base hit. Rounding third is Sebastian Fabic. He'll go in to score. Going to third base with a tying run. 90 feet away from scoring is Tanner Johnson. Phil Glasser comes up big yet again for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Keeps this game alive. And now it'll be up to Reese Trahey to tie it or take the lead. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning, it's Licking County 5, Southern Ohio 4.
Well, very nice job there from Glasser. Putting aside the rough 0 for 4 day with 3 strikeouts. You know, just gets a ball he likes over the middle of the plate, drives it out in the right center field. Of course, the Settlers playing no doubles, so very tough for that ball to get to the wall and allow Johnson to score. But he's just 90 feet away from scoring. You got a very good hitter in Trahey due up next, trying to pick up another base hit.
Reese Trahey at the plate. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. But it all comes down to him. Copperheads, with a win, they'd stay at least a half game back from the Cincinnati Steam, and they'd only be a half game back from the Licking County Settlers as well, as that is a final score in Cincinnati. 10-4 is the final. First pitch to Trahey on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. 0-1 count, runners at the corners. Pass ball could tie up the game. Standing on third is Tanner Johnson. On first with the RBI single is Phil Glasser. 0-1 the count to Trahey. He takes a pitch on the outside corner again, 0-2. Oh, 2 the count. Copperheads down to their final strike. Playoff hopes on the line. Still possible after this. But it would be a tough road and could not count on anybody else but themselves. 0-2 pitch taken high and away. Ball 1. Copperheads would need some help should they lose today's game. They need the Cincinnati Steam or Licking County Settlers to lose. And Copperheads would have the Richmond Jazz after this series. 1-2 pitch from Myers. Swung on, bouncing ball up the middle, taken by the shortstop all the way to second base himself. So Bazic steps on second for the third and final out in the ball game in the bottom of the ninth inning. Tying run was 90 feet away from scoring. Copperheads couldn't bring them around to score. Your final from Bob Brent Stadium, the Licking County Settlers 5, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 4. Devastating loss for the Copperheads. They dropped this series to the Licking County Settlers and will look to not get swept in tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game's time got pushed back to 8:05 as well. But a big day tomorrow. Will look to salvage the series, get at least one, and put themselves in a better position. As Cincinnati Steam beat the Hamilton Joes 10-4 today. Copperheads are now a game and a half back on second place, 2 games and a half back on first. It'll be tough. Copperheads aren't out of it, but it will take some help. Once again, your final at Bob Brent Stadium, the Settlers 5, Copperheads 4. We'll be right back with the post-game show. For Joe Medora, this is Connor Mills signing off.
Here with Coach Austin Dunphy following the loss to the Lincoln County Settlers. Coach, wanted to ask you about Braxton Kelly. He came in this summer, mostly a bullpen guy for you, and has really pits his rear end off as a starter for you these last 3 ball games. How does that make you feel as a coach, being able to send him out there, coming in this summer, not supposed to be in that role?
Man, I'm confident in Braxton Kelly every time he comes into the game. It just shows his versatility. He started a couple games for Ohio. Didn't go deep into either one of those games. I don't think, maybe 4 innings. But man, his stuff's good enough to compete in this league and in the MAC against those schools. He's a good kid. Very strong competitor. He's got a fire unlike most people I've ever seen. He wants the ball all the time. Unfortunately, I can't give it to him as often as he wants it, but he competes his tail off every time he's out there, and just hats off to him for stepping up and helping this team out the last 3 starts he's made. He's been pretty good for us and filled a big hole that we had in our starting rotation.
And Kaiser came in today. He's been real solid throughout the back part of this season. Talk about kind of the improvements that he's been able to make throughout this year.
Yeah, just I've known Nick Kaiser since he was in high school. I was a coach over at Shawnee State, and we actually recruited him to Shawnee State out of one of our winter camps. Saw good fastball out of him, big breaking ball, but very underdeveloped by the time we saw him. Struggled a little bit his freshman year, and then, man, the strides he's made in the last 4 years has been incredible. He's a completely different person, attitude-wise, on and off the field. He's a good kid. Going into his senior year, he just wants to play, wants to throw as much as he can because he knows this is his last go-around. So he's thrown it all out there every time he's gone out. He's never held back once. Put him in a lot of really tough spots where he may not have been physically ready, but he still competed every time he was out there. And he did that again tonight. Gave us a chance to win. We were within 1 run with runners on in the last out of the last inning. So a lot of that is credit to Nick stepping up in a big spot.
So obviously not the results you've wanted these past 2 nights, but you guys are still right there in the playoff picture. It's a game and a half behind second place. So what's kind of the message to the team as, yeah, we've lost these 2 games, but we still got a chance to come back tomorrow and gain some ground here?
Yeah, the fact that we're still alive. We've hit some rough patches numerous times this season. We've always bounced back stronger than we were going into them. So we've got the players, we've got the numbers now. Now it's just a matter of taking care of business. We dropped a couple, and that happens. But tomorrow's a new day, and we have to go approach it as such. It is a new day, and we still have a chance to make a run at the playoffs. And the fact that Licking County and Cincinnati play each other next could wash all this stuff out in our favor. Who knows? But we still have games to play. We can still take care of our own end of that, and we have 2 good starting pitchers coming up the next 2 games. So we still have a chance to win. So it's there. We just got to show up ready to do it.
All right, Coach, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
We got Connor Mills with the Dan Inman Electric Player of the Game when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network. So we're back here, me and Connor Mills, on the post-game show as Nick Kaiser earned the Dan Inman Electric Player of the Game, pitching in relief for the Copperheads. In this one, went 3 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and 3 strikeouts. Kind of helped bridge the gap there through the back half of the ball game for the Copperheads. Kept them in it. But Connor, a couple of tough losses back-to-back nights here, but not all is lost. If you can come back and win tomorrow, and things go your way in the Cincinnati Steam and Joe's game, you can still find yourself just a half game out of a playoff spot with the Settlers and the Steam having to play each other the last series of the year.
Right, for the Licking County Settlers, 23 and 15 now on the season. They've had a turnaround of a year. Last year 9 and 33, this year 23 and 15. They've just been tremendous all season long. 2 devastating losses for the Copperheads, a couple close games. Nick Kaiser, ever since he started that one game, he's gotten his strikeout pitch against the Cincinnati Steam. He's really come back, and he's been one of the most reliable arms out of the bullpen for the Copperheads. And it's a tough loss. Copperheads on the day with runners in scoring position, 1 for 10, and they were 0 for 9 entering into the bottom of the 9th inning. So a tough day at the plate, coming up with that big hit as we talked about for the entire game. They've just been missing that one big hit against the Licking County Settlers. And yet again, that's the MO for today's game, and just a heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, but I mean, as we just said, not all is lost. You're still only a game and a half out of the playoff picture with 4 games left to play. Made it a little tougher on yourself. Obviously, you don't really control your own destiny. You need some help from the other guys, but it's still, as Coach Dunphy said just now in his interview, it's still right there for the taking for the Copperheads this summer.
Yeah, 2.5 games back now from Licking County Settlers. Everything is still right there, but it becomes a little bit more difficult with today's loss. One more game against Licking County Settlers, and then you got to take care of business against the Richmond Jazz if you want postseason aspirations. Richmond Jazz, last place right now in the Southern Division of the GLSEL, coming into the day at 12-24. They're currently on a 4-game losing streak. So for the Jazz, Copperheads would just have to take care of business and then let the chips fall where they may. But back again, Settlers 5, Southern Ohio Copperheads 4. Game tomorrow will start at 8:05. Pushed back due to the extreme heat expected here in Athens, Ohio. Winner of today's game for the Licking County Settlers, Brendan Brickelman, picks up the win, and picking up the loss is Braxton Kelly. The save will go to Nick Meyer. Your final from Athens, Ohio, the Licking County Settlers 5, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 4. For Joe Medore and Austin Dunphy, I'm Connor Mills signing off.